and welcome to the VSN broadcast of Venice High School football. I'm John Massoni here with my partner, once again, Trey Burton. Trey, thank you for being here again, and
good
we'll
to see
look forward
you,
to having. Yeah, good to see you as well. Good to be here tonight, and another large crowd, another good matchup. The Armwood Hawks are in town, a perennial power at Hillsborough County, and we're looking forward to seeing a good tussle tonight. Any memories from? You never played Armwood. You were
Never.
sort of right before that.
So I had guys at Florida that I played with. Matt Jones, running back, really good running back, and then Alvin Bailey was a wide receiver. I think they both came out the same year, which would probably be 2011, maybe 2012, but both great players. And I mean, anytime you go to Orlando from Tampa, you pass Armwood and you see it on the right-hand side. So obviously, historic program. Absolutely. And one of the best, you know.
Everybody on I-4 could see their championships.
Everybody.
They put it in the right spot.
Everybody,
no doubt.
for sure.
But before we start talking about tonight's game, let's recap a little bit what happened last week.
Yeah.
Venice in the Kickoff Classic against Tampa Bay Tech Titans, and 48-7 victory for the Indians. And overall, I think other than the start for the defense, I don't think you could have dialed it up much better for how the Indians performed on Friday night last week.
I agree, and I think Tampa Bay Tech is an extremely athletic team, you know, especially at the wideout and the running back position. They kind of mix and match some quarterbacks here and there, but I thought overall it was a great team, especially to have for the Kickoff Classic. A good team that we can, you know, watch film on and correct some mistakes going into the regular season, and it was a good test for us, specifically early on.
They tested your speed.
Yeah.
They tested your strength. They had all the parts and pieces.
Coached well.
Very well.
Yeah.
And I thought they had. I mean, I was impressed with the fact they had 3 quarterbacks who looked equally as ready to play.
I thought it was good. It was just enough adversity for the first game.
Yeah.
You know, for a preseason game, doesn't count against the record. Just enough for, you know, our guys to go back and watch film and see like the small things that they need to correct. You know,
right.
Coming into this week.
Right, no doubt about it. Some key players in the game on Friday night, starting with quarterback Jaden Glasser. 15 out of 22, 177 yards, no touchdown passes, but efficient, and some of the things that he did running the offense, the tempo and everything, he looked like he was in midseason form.
No touchdown passes, but 9 guys caught the ball.
Correct.
You know, he looked super comfortable in the pocket. Obviously, that offensive line, all 5 returning starters made a big presence in that game as well, just to make him feel comfortable. So we'll see what happens, you know, the next couple weeks. But he's definitely an impressive kid, and you know, was all the hype was true and real.
Right. I also thought when the twos got in on offense, the offensive line didn't really seem to miss a beat. So that's a good sign. Coach has said all summer that he's got 14 guys he thinks he can plug and play with. So that definitely showed up. Also, Jaden had 13 carries for 81 yards, most of it in the second half. They came out and they showed a little bit of something. They said, hey, you know what? You know, we got these 2 studs in the backfield. We got a third guy who can not only throw it, but he can also run it too.
I agree. And all the talk, you know, between both quarterbacks, both played really well. But my opinion, my favorite player from last week was Wilder. Just the way he ran the ball, you know, was really awesome, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
So Jamaris Wilder, 8 carries, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. The one signature play for him was the one where he got sort of stopped in the backfield, looked like he was down, breaks out of the tackle, turns the corner, and just was a foot race at that point. I think somebody had a little head of steam on, or a little cutoff angle, and he got caught.
But the thing for me was he fumbled the ball, right, early on in the game. Easily could have been the guy, you're out, you're not going to play anymore. But, you know, it shows the trust that the coaches have in him. And he didn't let them affect him. He obviously didn't fumble the ball the rest of the game, but he ran so hard. For a smaller guy, you know, he's not the biggest guy out there, but a smaller guy, always fell forward, showed quickness, you know, showed toughness, and so I'm really excited to see what he does this week.
His running partner, Alvin Johnson, 11 carries, 65 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Alvin was, I guess, it always seems like there's a 2-back option. One guy has a little bit of a couple breakout runs. The other guy's more of the steadier runner that night. Alvin was the steady guy. He was running hard, and again, 3 touchdowns. He looks like himself and Ryan Downs are going to be the 2 guys on the goal line they're going to go to when they get in that jumbo package. Yeah,
and it's cool to see, you know, one guy gets a series, and the other guy doesn't go in, and he might spell them for a play or 2, but it's that guy's series, and then the next series, the other guy, it just keeps him fresh, it keeps him rotated, and we'll see, you know, as the year goes on, you know, what it looks like from there.
It's got to be when you know you're going in next, you don't ever get that, you know, a shoulder slump or lose track of what's going on. I'm going next, so you want to get that ball as fast as possible. Also, you mentioned earlier 9 players caught the ball, led by Jaden Barksdale with 5 catches. But I think all of them showed a little bit of ability to run after the catch. You know, some short passes where making sure they're getting the catch, and then they're going upfield. That's a big plus. I mean, you know that you got any one of those guys who can take it to the house on a 10-yard out or a little slant or whatever it may be. That just is a whole nother weapon altogether.
I agree, and I think we hit every level of the defense. You know, we threw a couple deep, we threw some mid-level, and we threw some short, and so it shows that we can do all three, anytime.
No doubt. And then once again, I mentioned earlier too, the defense after the first possession played very solid. Actually, almost shut them down until the twos got in, and then they had some yardage after that. But again, I think overall, a lot of things you could coach.
Yeah.
You know, there was we've talked about it last week how the improvement from the first game to the second game is normally the largest improvement. If that's the case, I would be concerned if anybody who's got Venice on their schedule the rest of the year.
I agree, man, and we showed some abnormal looks for a Venice typical defense, you know, coached by Larry Shannon, you know, blitz zero, some man looks, some zone looks, so we'll see, you know, what it looks like in the regular season, especially, you know, third and short and fourth and short, you know, distance, what we end up doing, but I love the blitzing. We have two guys, you know, standout guys on the corners that can lock down anybody, so why not, you know, cover man-to-man and blitz everybody and make the quarterback, you know, hurry up and get the ball out.
I totally agree, and I think offenses have become so exotic for a high school from back in the day where it was just like, hey, a lot of handoffs, maybe 20 passes. You've got to be a little more cutting edge on your defensive side of the ball in order to maintain what the offenses are bringing every week.
No question. Yeah. So we'll see, you know, how much Coach Shannon calls in the man coverages, and you know, typically Venice is, you know, 1 high cover 3 zone team. So we'll see what they do, you know, from here on out.
Absolutely. With that, we'll take our first break of the night, come back and talk about what the matchup with Armwood Hawks tonight. A little bit about them, what we know, what we kind of don't know a lot about them, but we'll see what we can give you guys as far as info for that's concerned. With that, we'll take a break right here and be back here at Powell Davis Stadium shortly.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
back here at beautiful Venice High School at Powell Davis Stadium. Tonight's game, Venice Indians versus the Armwood Hawks. And Trey, we talked about Armwood being a perennial power. Last year, in 2022, a 6-4 record, third in the district, no playoff appearance. Played Tampa Bay Tech; they're in their district,
really?
So there was something to that. But again, any team that's got that pedigree, that tradition, they're always going to come at you with waves of players, and this is a matter of when they're going to tune it up again and be there. They have won 3 state championships. I think you have the dates on those, and then they've been runner-ups 6 times. So they've been nine times to the game. So I think you had some.
We just looked. I looked on social media. The last year they won was 2011, and like you said, there's been a bunch of years.
Yeah.
They got 18, 17, 15, 14, 13 all runner-ups.
And along the way, back in those days, Venice played Armwood in the playoffs.
Really?
We played them at least. I know 2 times. And we saw them in the regular season once as well, and did not bode very well. They had some real studs playing on defense. We actually played them and beat them here the one year when they had the #1 overall recruit in the country. One of the kids that went to Auburn.
Okay.
And he played in the pros for a little while.
Offense, defense, you remember?
Defensive tackle.
Oh, really?
And
wow.
so he was a big time recruit, and we did beat him that one. That was a regular season game. But they've always been good. And like I said, they from last year's team, they bring back their leading rusher, number 2, Gerald Pringle Jr.
Okay.
He averaged 75 yards per game, and then a 3-star recruit and wide receiver Kason Stokes were number 8.
Okay.
So and I think you mentioned there was one of the D-backs was
there was
Iowa.
a DB number 7, Rashad Godfrey. I believe he committed to Iowa just based off what social media says. So.
And then during the coaches show on Tuesday night, Coach Peacock came away impressed with their defensive line.
Okay.
He said they all wear a number 90 something, and they all look the same, and they all have the same. They could be interchanged from each other. He's like, I couldn't tell one from the other. All I said is watch out for the guys that have a 9 in their first number. So he definitely was impressed with their abilities. He likened them to a little bit what we saw before in the past with Armwood, and again. Hillsborough County does produce quite a few good athletes, and Armwood gets their fair share of them.
Yeah. I remember, growing up, Armwood and Plant was like the big rival back in the day when Plant was really good and all that. So we'll see. It'll be a good test for our offensive line. If, Coach Peacock's saying their defensive line is legit, then it'll be a really good test for our offensive line guys. And
I like the fact that the offensive line has been tested the first 2 weeks.
For sure.
Because, we talked about expectations last week, managing your expectations. You're looking at it, you're hearing it, people are saying things, you're feeling, you're seeing how good you are in the summer workouts. It's got to be a little bit of an edge where maybe there's a tad bit of overconfidence that comes into it. So being tested early I think is crucial. I think that's why you're seeing so many of these kickoff classics be these really tough intersectional matches, because coaches they'd rather take and see where they're at right now than wait 4 weeks on the road and it's a district situation and they're not winning.
Well, if you play an easy team week 1 or preseason, game 1 or game 0, I guess it would be, you don't see much. The guys aren't challenged and that type of stuff. So there's a good amount of kinks. Just enough kinks that we need to work out before this game, and we'll see if the guys are able to do it.
From a broadcasting perspective tonight, Trey, both teams, you can easily see their numbers.
Great. I love that.
It's amazing how much nicer the game is when you can actually read the numbers. Some nice blue numbers, I should say, on the Hawks, and the Venice is wearing their black uniforms with their white numbers. So once again, that makes it a heck of a lot easier for us to spot who's running and tackling and doing whatever. So that'll make us a little less hesitant to call. I'm
about to pull out my binoculars next time I come. I need to bring them and just leave them here on the desk. So hopefully next week I'll have them.
So I did a JV freshman game, I should say, on Tuesday.
Okay.
And Venice had some of their older gray uniforms with green numbers, and Sarasota had these really bright orange numbers. Very hard to kind of.
Really?
There's at some point in time as a PA announcer that you just give up.
How did our JV and freshmen do this week?
Very well. They 34-0 victory for the freshmen, and I believe JV won, but I don't have a score.
Both Sarasota?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. They usually match up together with each other.
Awesome.
Unless Sarasota couldn't do something. I know there were some issues with some things, but I'm pretty sure if not, I'll double check that with our.
Do they still
staff.
play Wednesday, Thursday?
Wednesday, Thursday. They moved it to Tuesday for some reason. I don't know what it was, but this week it was Tuesday. Of course, we don't know that until Sunday.
Of course, yeah.
So
right,
that's how it always
right,
works.
Of course.
But the freshman coaches and JV coaches are used to having to change on the fly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sometimes it could be Monday, like you don't have a game, then you do have a game a day later. So that's how it usually works for them. All right, with that, we'll take one more quick break, come back, and give our keys to what to watch this week as far as this game is concerned, and then be ready to have the band come out and do their normal routine and get ready for a game here shortly. Kickoff is 8:10, in case you're wondering out there, 8:10 kickoff. Hillsborough County still having some trouble with some buses and getting guys down here on time, so
Gotcha.
8:10 should be enough to get Armwood get warmed up and ready to play. With that, here comes our break. We'll see you back here at Powell Davis Stadium when it's over.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice,
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
who supports Venice High football. Douglas does.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
And I'm back here with Trey Burden at Powell Davis Stadium, home of the Venice Indians, and we've got some things to look at tonight. 3 keys to watch. I'll give you a couple I jotted down for you, Trey. Can the defense get off to a better start? I think the answer is yes, but what do you think they need to do in order to do that?
I mean, let's hope so. But what we all have to remember is that Armwood's watched the film for the last couple games,
Sure.
and they saw, what Tampa Bay Tech was able to do last week, and they're going to come out with, 10 to 15 scripted plays that they're going to run no matter what, down and distance. Maybe third down they might change the plays here and there, but they're going to run their 10 best plays, the first 10 plays of the game, hypothetically. So we'll see what Venice can do. I mean, they did a great job last week of in-game adjustments, as you would expect, and we'll see what Venice defense can do to start out the game.
I thought the one thing that struck me on the first drive last week was how they weren't timid, but they weren't aggressive. They were kind of letting the plays come to them.
I agree.
And then all of a sudden, maybe it's a play call, maybe it's just getting yelled at. But they seemed after that they were more aggressive. They weren't waiting for the guys to come to them. They were going to where they needed to be. And I think that's probably what you want to see more than anything is that aggression.
Of course, even on the first touchdown, we sat here and watched it. There's 3 guys that were surrounding the wide receiver, McKay, and that's all we wanted. We couldn't ask for a better situation, but he was able to shake free because no one shot their gun to tackle him.
Right? They all looked at each other and said, "Were you going to do this together, or are you going to do it by yourself?" And he was past them by that time. In regards to the Venice offense, you're looking at 379 yards rushing last week, over 200 yards passing. If you're Armwood, do you key on trying to take something away from the Indians, or you just try to hold on tight and do the best you can with from either side?
Well, you got to stop the run, first and foremost. At any level of football, Pop Warner all the way up to professional, you got to be able to stop the run. If you can't stop the run, you're in big trouble. And specifically at the high school level, like you would think that the quarterback isn't going to be able to throw the ball to a victory if you're able to match talent for talent or athlete for athlete. So I would think Armwood is going to come up and has to stop the run. They might throw a couple blitzes in there, and so we'll see what they end up doing, but you got to be able to stop the run.
And I think a lot of times with Venice with the run, the tempo lends itself to that as well.
Kills
so
you.
If you're you're trying to get guys in and out of the game, you're running tempo, it's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen last year, not last week, but years gone by as well. A couple of cramps maybe aren't cramps because at some point in time you can't stop. You only have so many timeouts and so much you can do. So you got to figure out a way to stop in some way.
But if you're the coaching staff from Armwood, I mean, obviously you got to focus on the preseason game day one, but in the back of your mind you got to go to Venice and play Venice, and all they do is run up-tempo stuff. So there has to be some conditioning standpoint that they have to focus on during the offseason, knowing week one or real week one that you're going to play Venice.
2021 state championship, we went to Cardinal Gibbons to practice before the game. They had beaten us that year on a Saturday afternoon, and their coaches were talking to us prior to our practice and said, we practiced all summer against your tempo.
I believe it.
And that's a game that was six, 8 games into the season we played them, and they said it made us better.
I believe it.
We were never tired the whole year, so there's something to it. And that coach embraced it, and he practiced it all year, and he used some stuff that was like that he never thought he would use, but it worked out great. And finally, what will the kicking game look like for the Indians tonight? Because we had no kicker last week.
Correct.
The punter, who was also one of our linebackers, would have been the kicker, but coach decided to go for 2. I understand the same problem is going on this week. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do from the kicking game perspective. So, if it's you, do you take the risk on a kicker who may not be able to put the ball over the goal over the crossbar, or do you just go for 2 and abandon the kicking game altogether?
I give him one chance.
Okay.
Maybe 2, depending on how well the defense is playing. Defense, doesn't give up any touchdowns, and you probably give him 2 chances. But if he doesn't do well first or second chance, then you got to go for 2.
And Cade Judson, number 36, is the player we're talking about. He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
And he did a good job on the kickoffs.
Great job.
I thought they were well placed.
He mixed it up. I mean, he kicked it deep. He was able to kick it high. Pooch kick, squib kick, all that stuff, bro.
Absolutely, he did a great job. And so I think that's going to be. And by the way, we were commenting about this in the locker room before the game, and I said, This is probably Coach Peacock's dream, because he hesitant on any field goal.
Yeah.
He knows it's part of the game. But now that if there really is no option, he's going to be full speed ahead with 2-point conversions and going forward inside inside the other team's red zone.
Well, we had a bunch of opportunities last week, so we'll see. If they we threw the ball a couple times, wasn't very successful, and then we ended up just running it right down A-gap run, so which was very successful. So we'll see what Peacock does.
I will say this: I think that has to be rectified before too long, because
I agree.
As you go up the ladder, there's games that just a field goal is momentum keeping. A field goal, an extra point is a game changer. It's like that kind of thing. So.
But it also changes your play call.
Yes.
Going in knowing ahead of time that we can't kick a field goal on 4th down, so 3rd down and short might be a run play, instead of a pass play like it might be, eventually. So we'll see what he does.
No doubt about that. With that, band's about ready to take the field. We'll take our final break of the night before the game starts, and we'll do a little bit more talking about what we hope to expect tonight. By the way, weather here is beautiful,
spectacular.
I mean, it's early October weather tonight. I've been saying all day it's been sort of dry, but we have a tropical system that might be coming our way, and always preceding and afterwards, there's always some dry air that kind of wants to blow in.
And the crowd, I mean, as you would expect from a Venice game.
And Armwood's got a nice crowd as well, so it's always good to see the visiting team travel down and support their team as well. With that, we'll take our final break of our pregame show and come back here at Powell Davis Stadium for some of the pregame festivities that we see on the field. We'll be back here shortly at Powell Davis.
Is limited from only $339 per month, or leave the world behind in a new Jeep Grand Cherokee from $429 per month. It's Ram season, so shoot for the stars in the new Ram 1500 Quad Cab from only $369 per month. Don't miss the Out of This World sales event going on now at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice. Who has Out of This World savings? Douglas does!
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
And we're back here at Powell Davis Stadium, and I've donned my reading glasses so I can give you tonight's captains for tonight's game. So number 5, Jaden Glasser. Number 30, that would be Cody Hubschmidt, the senior. Number 37, Jaden Wright, another senior. And number 44, Jackson Moss, another senior. Coach likes to pick seniors for captains early in the year. I know that for sure. I'm sure they've earned it in practice. I'm sure they've earned it, in the weight room and everything else.
Yeah.
And the reward is you get to represent your team as a team captain. Armwood's captains will be coming out here shortly as well. But the band is
Looks good.
marching on the field.
Jeez, looks really good.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a concern about last week. I don't know if people watching
blue?
the
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah,
the blue.
I agree.
What's the blue?
I agree.
They actually have like competition uniforms, and the blue goes along with the theme of their competition playing. So they were using the Kickoff Classic as a practice as well in some ways, and I think they confused a lot of people. Like, since when do they have blue? That kind of thing. So we're back to our traditional colors, green and black for this game for the band. And I do appreciate the fact that they don't put them in full uniform on a nice hot August night.
I'm sure they appreciate that as well.
Gosh, you and I, how many Gator games you see in it? It's a noon start. You've played in them, and you go there, you see the band all decked out. I'm like, I feel sorry for them. They got,
bad.
and then they put them in the stands right where the sun is. It is tough.
Yeah.
It is really tough. With that, we're going to have a playing of our alma mater and then a playing of our national anthem. So we'll go silent for a few minutes. We'll be back here after all the band festivities. And we are back here. Band did a great job with Alma Mater and National Anthem. They've been doing bang-up job. It's that little 5 minutes there is probably the coolest part of the start of any game. You look at this field right now, and it's you got the band, you got the teams coming on the field, you got cheerleaders. Everybody's. It's just a very very. It's the scene you want to set. It would be the beginning of any high school film you ever watch or whatever it is to see this part of it.
You get the smoke.
You get the smoke.
I mean, you used to get a backflip. Do we still get a backflip?
No, the backflips the guys have gone.
Okay.
Because I think you can't really beat what Keon Sears used to do. He was backflipping like Simone Biles. He was way up there. So
it's got to be one of the toughest places in Florida high school football to play.
Yes.
Has to be.
Well, and I think it's funny because you get a little numbed by what happens. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
But when people come in here who haven't been here, they're a little jaw dropped by what's going on.
Well, I would imagine their coaches, prior week before is coaching him every single day during practice. Like, hey, you guys are about to go into a tough environment. You've never probably been in a tough environment like this before, so you better get your minds right.
Because you got cannons going off. This is all during the game, and then on top of all that frenzy, you're going on the game and you're going on the field, and they're running plays every 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's just
you got to stop them.
It's a sensory overload.
I agree.
Funny enough, like I said, I've heard from other teams, talking to different people and say like, no. All of a sudden, I'm looking up at the jumbotron.
Yeah.
They're looking at stuff, and our kids are kind of used to it. They don't got time to look at it, but they can't help but look at some of that stuff. And I had one of the referees who was doing the clock on our freshman game on Tuesday say to me, he goes, I was on the field, and I'm like, next thing I'm glancing up, like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
You just can't help yourself. So
well, look at the field. I mean, it's in the best shape of any field probably in this whole entire county.
Immaculate. And
every year.
And even with the little bit, they were concerned about some of the lighter areas because there was some over fertilizing done or something along those lines. But nothing that's going to hurt the grass, just a little bit of discoloration. And they were ashamed of it. They were like, I can't believe this happened. We're sorry. We'll paint it.
Yeah.
And Coach Peacock's like, no, man. As long as it's operational, it'll get green. It's fine.
For sure.
So it's always a great place. And that other thing too, a lot of stadiums don't have the height that we have in our stands. Because they're kind of got a more flat and out and whatever. So the volume of our fan noise is a little bit, can be a little intimidating coming off this high area here.
I mean, this is Florida high school football at its finest right here.
Well, no doubt. And, it's not it wasn't a coincidence that Governor DeSantis came here last year because he wanted to go to a game and picked out Venice in particular. So, looking forward to tonight's game. So I'm looking at captains. I'm going to give you one. I think is 75. I think the rest are pretty clear. Number 7, Rashad Godfrey. Number 19, that's Rise Brush. Number 75 is Damon McMillan Jr. And I get you the last guy here in a second. I'll get that for you here shortly. But anyway, coin toss out there. We got the new superintendent of the Sarasota County here tonight doing the coin toss with the Indians.
What are you doing? Heads or tails right now?
I'm doing heads.
I'm a tails guy.
You know what? I don't have one. I go with feel. It's kind of how if I bet red or black in Las Vegas, I don't stay the same way.
Allegedly. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I don't have one color I stick with. I just go whatever I'm feeling that night is what it is. And I don't know if it's better to be consistent with your coin toss if coaches are like always tails or always heads or whatever it is. But I'm sure it's probably the one thing that is got a lot of superstitions attached to it.
I would imagine, yeah.
I
would imagine.
No doubt. And we figured out last week that coach is definitely the guy who wants to defer.
Defer, yeah.
Defer.
I would imagine. What was it?
And
Can
we
you tell?
see, it looks like, talking to the Indians won the toss. They will defer. Jaden Glasser giving that information.
Man, those black unis look unbelievable.
It's a lot of folks, have some trepidation about the different color.
Of course.
But it's an alternate. Now, and Coach went from having 18 color schemes and 2 different helmets. He's like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. Simple green helmets with the V, and then nice big block lettering and with the Venice on it. So there's no mistaking who you are And I do like that. And I know, listen, a lot about this, too, is if you can get the third uniform or whatever it may be, alternate uniform, kids love that stuff. Now you got combos. You can go, we can wear white pants with those or green pants with those. So you'll see that as the year progresses, and it is nice. And it does save on the uniforms, too.
I would imagine.
We've talked about it a year gone by, and use the same 2 uniforms over and over again, and then you're buying the whole 2 new sets. So this saves a little bit.
I'm a big fan of the solid color. Doesn't matter what the solid color is, but just all white, all black, all green, all gray, whatever.
Right.
But just a solid color.
Stick with it. Yeah, I totally agree. All right, we're getting ready for the big entrance here. I think the hype video is cranked up. Yes, it is. Band is getting cranked up as well, and we'll have the teams on the field here shortly. Fans are getting a little riled up. I like that. And the fans, when you see the fans starting, they get everybody's got a big smile on their face. They know they're about ready to bust out of that through that big banner and in the corner of the end zone.
That green smoke is so cool.
Yeah.
You got the fog at the banner, and then you get the green smoke at the end of the hallway. Any wind tonight?
None. I don't see a slight breeze out of the east. So it's, but I would say it wasn't not much to affect anything. Indians take the field. Led out there by Alvin Johnson and Ryan Matulovic.
Let's see what happens on the kickoff. I mean, last week, big return, huge return. Obviously not acceptable. Let's see if we're able to tackle the guy, make better moves on the one-on-one blocks on the front line.
It is such a thing where there's so much lane. You got to stay in your lane. It's very organized. You don't want to get out, but sometimes you get aggressive and you start breaking out a little sooner. You don't do something right. It happens. It's going to happen, especially early on in the year.
So I was a big special teams guy at every level, and the number one thing on kickoff is you have guys that are really fast, and you have guys who are not very fast. And so you let the really fast guys do their thing, and everybody else has to play off the really fast guys.
Right.
And so last week, first kickoff, specifically the backside, which is our side right here nearest to the kicker, didn't avoid the blocks the right way. And if you have 3 guys. I think we have 4 guys avoid the block the wrong way. There's going to be a huge hole.
The opening, yeah. So that's Kane Judson. We talked about him a little earlier in the pregame, kicking off for the Indians. 2 men back deep in the darker side of our stands, but I can't really see them. But we'll identify them when they get the ball. I see number 2. That is their running back. That's Gerard Pringle, and I don't see their number, but we'll get him for you here shortly.
And for the record, I was a slow guy back in the day. I was not a fast guy.
You were the reliable guy going down, the sure tackler going down.
Hey, listen, bro, know your role and play it really well.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you are, but play it really well.
Some guys can get to the hoop easy. Some guys can shoot jump shots. And there's the kick. Taken by the up back. Breaking it out to about the 25 where he's tackled up there by 2 or 3 Indians. Papatanakis and Lee on the tackle. But a good kick. I mean, it's positionally put him in a corner, and you got all you can get out of that one.
Good coverage.
Yes.
Swarm coverage.
Definitely. So 1st and 10 for the Hawks.
First and 10 from their own 30.
The 30-yard line. Quarterback, number 19. That is Rise Brush.
Sophomore, huh?
Sophomore.
Wow.
And that is Gerard Pringle in the backfield with him.
Bubble.
A quick pass.
Yeah.
Complete. Out to number 9. That's Alante Dean. Brought down by Dalton along with Platt.
You got to love the defensive guys striking and getting off blocks, plays like that. A quick little screen on the outside.
Yeah, simple to throw and catch, and they definitely made it a good play on it. So 2nd down and 4 for the Hawks.
Ooh.
Taking their time. Brush tickling over the sideline. 9 seconds left on the play clock. We got a flag. Offsides on the Indians.
Wow.
That's got to be a lineup. You lined up offsides.
But you don't call that until the play snap.
I would think. But if you're in the zone, you've crossed it. It's automatically dead. So that's a 1st down for the Hawks.
Okay.
A gift from the Indians. Just got to pay attention where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 10 at the 41.
So Armwood going with 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Venice playing 4 down. Looks like a zone.
And they're taking their time. They know that, keep this game a little slower when you're on offense if it's possible. Pringle on the carry.
Nice.
Brought down backside. I want to say that was Eli Seed along with David Galloway, along with Jones. A little more. We didn't see a lot from the defensive line tackle-wise last week, but, I mean, they did their job. There's no doubt about that.
No question.
2nd and 9 for the Hawks.
Looks like they got 2 tight ends in the game.
They do.
Up top.
Again, hand off to Pringle. Gets up the middle, spins off a tackler. Brought down by Fleming along with Daly.
See what they did. Oh, wow. A quick little dive play.
Yeah. And just sort of just,
guy.
they were there for the tackle and
Yep.
just missed it.
Mm-hmm.
So good 1st down run up to the Indian 48-yard line.
So here we go with
Pickup of
those.
11.
I mean, the first 10 plays, they're all game plan. They're all scripted. They know exactly what we run.
Right.
No in-game adjustments available right now. So their first 10 plays should be their best plays.
Brush rolling right, looking, hits a receiver going across the middle. It's number 4.
Yeah.
That's Mekhi Anderson. Have him down just as an athlete, so he can probably play multiple positions. Run out of bounds by Eli Seed.
So our defensive end up there, number 16. Man, you wish you would have saw the guy coming back and would have came up and went after the quarterback.
Right. That's a Shari Charles. So Shari didn't play much last week.
Yeah.
And he's back on the field for us. So a gain of 12.
Armwood's going pretty fast too. I mean, not as fast as us, but they're still getting on the ball pretty quick.
Ball up at the Venice 36-yard line. That's Pringle taking the handoff. Busts out the outside. Big run. Big run for Pringle.
Blocked really well.
Makes Platt miss and brought down short of a touchdown by Chad Fleming.
So when you watch the replay, you're going to see the right guard, right tackle pull and be able to kick out and pull right there, and it leaves a huge hole for
and
them.
that's a heck of a block right there. That's a signature pancake block right there. So 31-yard gain for the Hawks down inside Indian territory. 1st and goal at the 5.
So they bring in another offensive lineman, 2 offensive linemen.
So that's their tight end, basically. They're reporting as eligible, I would think.
54?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so far, it looks like they've been running left with Pringle. They like running left at this point. But they're big.
Venice is struggling getting lined up.
Coach just ran down the sideline and called timeout. He was afraid he didn't want to get like those 5-yard penalty because he was coming up to a 5-yard penalty.
Yep.
So with that timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back here at Powell Davis Stadium, see if the Indians can do a little goal line stand against these Armwood Hawks.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice,
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
who supports Venice High football. Douglas does.
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
After the timeout, we're back here. 1st and goal from the Indian 5-yard line. Same backfield. You got Brush and Pringle in the backfield.
7 offensive linemen.
Hand up to Pringle
Wow.
and right up the middle. I mean, that was as easy as can be.
Wow. We must not have gotten lined up.
They were having trouble getting lined up the entire.
Still.
They're still looking back, and there's nobody. The hole is already there.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, this is nobody there. Linebacker cheats the other side. Both linebackers. They just Lee and Seed both just went outside, and there was no inside control. So it was an easy touchdown.
Well, we'll see if we can have these in-game adjustments here.
Oh yeah.
What a first drive by Armwood.
No, I mean, this is a similar look to it what we had last weekend. We've talked about how sometimes that's the way sometimes that's what your team's going to be.
Yeah.
That's number 42, Parker Carlton, with the good extra point. So that makes the score 7-0. Armwood here in the first quarter.
Not one negative play
No.
for Armwood.
And again, the two throws were simple throws, little rollouts, no pressure on the quarterback. So again, there's 7 plays, and you said the scripted plays. They probably got 3 or 4, maybe 8 more.
Yep.
But so far, the script was well executed by the Hawks. Not surprised, I will say that. I'm not surprised. Teams like this, they come prepared.
Of course.
And these kids all expect to win. You know, they don't. They hear things, and they're not coming in here thinking anything otherwise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of got to score on your first drive, right? Because then we're going to do some adjustments here on the sideline, and I'm sure Coach Shin has got these guys dialed in over there, and he's not very happy with the performance so far. So
I don't think he's even got them where they're. Oh yeah, they're in the. In the looking at anything. I think this is just one of those. We're going to let you know what you're doing wrong.
So what they did a screen to start the game, and then run naked.
Right, run.
Yeah.
Yep.
That counter was nasty. They ran down.
It was.
Yeah, left side of the line goes down, and then the right side of the line pulls.
They just collapsed it.
Oh wow.
Short,
let it go out of bounds.
click, let it go out. It does.
Perfect. Ball at the 45.
It should be 35.
35. Okay.
Yeah, it should be 35.
Kick is out of bounds.
And they actually call that a 5-yard penalty for some reason, but they do.
Venice will take over first and
So
10.
first and 10 Indians from their own 35-yard line. I'm assuming Jaden Glasser will come out starting at quarterback for the Indians. And last week, Alvin Johnson got to start in the backfield. See if that's still the way they run with it.
Yeah. Let's see if we're able to establish a run early. I mean, that's always a key. You always want to establish a run early.
So I would signal for the penalty on the kickoff out of bounds. And again, the ball is marked at 35. I think you can, with the 5-yard penalty, you can take it from the 35, or you can get where the ball went out and then 5 yards from there.
Really?
I think that's how it works. Because otherwise, they could just kick out of bounds 5 yards up, and it'd be nothing at all. So.
Well, the play clock has started, and we haven't broken the huddle.
So they like to run out there, and they'll get set real fast. See if that's what they do at 13 seconds. Down to 11.
2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and a running back. Oh, no, 3 wide receivers.
And they're not ready at all.
4, 3, 2, 1. Delay. Timeout.
So timeout Indians. And I guess the coach is asking why they didn't, advance it to 25 when the referee was kind of on the field. The side judge was kind of by the ball there. And he's thinking, if he didn't mark it or blow it in, then, I don't think it's 40 seconds from the kickoff. I think it's 25 seconds from the possession change. So we'll see what they do here. And that's hey, first game it could be the first real game for the refs too. So give them a little latitude here as well.
How do they do the refs? They do county refs or
no? You align yourself with a certain group of referees.
Okay.
There are regional ones that you've had. We have chosen to go with another staff.
Okay.
And they were good last year, so they've done a real good job, and they're real receptive to.
How many options are there?
Once you pick, you're done. So I think there's a few. I think there's probably a handful where you can pick from.
Cool.
And then, of course, every school that you play, wherever you play, that's the case. Yeah, see, now they're ball in the middle. So I don't think Venice got charged with a timeout on that one, so I think they're okay.
Cool.
That's Lewis in motion. Fake the handoff to him.
Oh, it's deep, wide open. Oh, man, he had him
didn't
wide.
kind of set his feet on that one. Looked like he just could have wung it. That's Jamaris Wilder with the start tonight. So Glasser had Scott open downfield.
Man, he had him wide open.
See what I mean? He just kind of fading away, and throwing. Flag on the play.
False start.
Dead ball.
Yeah.
Yep. That's against the Indians, moves them back 5. And now we're at 2nd and 15.
On the Indians, putting back them up 5 for 2nd and 15.
And they went that tempo quick on that one, even after the incompletion.
So we went tackle over.
There's Wilder on the carry.
So tackle over. So we put our tight end on the backside and brought an offensive lineman to the front side and ran to the front side there.
Gotcha. Number 99 on the tackle. That's Jashawn Williams for Armwood. 7-yard gain, 3rd and 8.
Little RPO. Wide receiver didn't get the RPO signal.
He did not get it. He was blocking downfield, so he was not prepared for it.
Not the start you want for Venice.
No, not at all.
A penalty, missed throw, penalty.
And again, a little bit, not, you know, just you only can speculate, but you got to get yourself. Are you crisp? Are you ready? Are you thinking clear? This is what you got to do, and you can't get yourself in those situations. Yep. So Kane Judson in the punt for the Indians.
Big return here for Armwood set up.
Very good kick right there.
Yeah, great kick.
Called a fair catch, and he almost
bounce.
touched it. Couldn't ask for a better situation. Down to the 13-yard line. So 37. So that's a 50-yard punt by Judson.
Wow.
That'll help the average.
Yeah, no question. Give defense a good shot, a good starting point for sure.
Yeah, you're 100% right, because a little help, a little back him up in the back in the towards with the end zone. You might see a more conservative approach from the Hawks. But I don't know. They did a good job just running the ball, so they may go right back to that.
Yeah. Run, bootleg. 3 receivers, 1 running back. It's a big offensive line.
Yeah, it's a very big offense. I keep on looking at him. I'm like, wow, they're getting bigger every time I keep on looking at him.
Oh, nice play.
Hand off to Pringle.
Good set.
Run out of bounds by Papatanakis.
I mean, they're big boys on the offensive line, but they're moving around. They're pulling them. They're going, blocking down, pulling, 2 guys.
77 is full grown. He's the right tackle up there. So is their center. He's the big guy.
Yeah.
So gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So empty set here by Armwood.
You think a little quarterback draw right here?
The chance.
No, he's got set, throw. It's brush back in the pocket.
Get
Pressured. Got away from the pressure. Looks like he's going to get the first down and then some. Slides down there about the 28-yard line.
Good protection by the offensive line.
Just kind of he kind of just stepped up from the pressure and got away from the Indians and off to the races. A 9-yard gain down to the 27-yard line. First down, Hawks.
It makes it tough on the defense when you have a quarterback that can run like that. You don't even have to be a world beater, just a guy that can get a first down.
He made the first guy miss, and then he had, and of course everybody got their back turned to him. They're all chasing receivers. Pringle on the carry, breaks a 2nd tackle, and gets down just outside the 35-yard line. Brought down by Lester.
There they go, pulling offensive linemen again, man. Big boys just getting on the edge.
Yeah, they are, and there's some Indians getting crumbled right now on that edge. So gain of 9, makes it 2nd and 1 for the Hawks.
There you go, spread again.
They're not huddling, but
No.
they're just sort of taking their time, getting their players spread again, like you said.
Empty formation. Looks like they're going zone from Venice's side. Motion the running back in the backfield.
Quick
Inside
hand up
zone.
to,
Yeah.
he's the athlete, and he's the guy. He is
Wow.
fast. Goodbye.
Wow.
Touchdown. Oh, we got a flag? We do have a flag. We'll see what the penalty is.
Wow.
That's the kid you had mentioned.
Yeah.
He's the guy that said Iowa was looking at him. But he's in there he's marked down as an athlete. I'm trying to see the penalty.
I don't see a flag. Do you see a flag?
Yeah, it's right. They're standing by it, but I didn't see even on the replay. I didn't see what was happening. Maybe a tug of a jersey. They are walking it back though. See what the call is going to be.
So when you have those inside zones like that, you have double team on the down lineman, and then you have a chance for one of those offensive linemen to go to the linebacker or to the second level.
To reach it, yeah. So that's a holding penalty. So I think it's usually a spot foul. And I mean, if it wasn't blatant.
Yeah, wasn't noticeable from
Right.
our eye, from up here.
So that brings up 2nd and 7 after they mark the penalty off. Ball is spotted on the 31-yard line. We'll make that 31. Pringle, I think Pringle's back in the backfield. Brush back to pass. Takes his time. Still no pressure.
Oh,
and
great.
this time, gets away,
Nice
and that
play.
time got him. Eli Jones. Dave Galloway was the first one there, but Eli Jones finished up and got the sack.
So he looked to the backside, right? And we had we're in zone coverage down here at the bottom of the field, but up top we have a man coverage, and I can't see. Is that Lester up there, number
Yeah, it
one?
is.
Yeah,
It
Lester
is.
locked him down. They ran like a little comeback or something like that, but Lester was in his pocket the whole time.
Yeah, that's what helped. They just talked about being able to have that guy who can
Yeah.
lock it down. It's a big positive. We got a timeout. I think it's going to be a water break. So while they're taking their water break, let's go ahead and take our water break as well and come back here at Powell Davis Stadium after these messages.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup,
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
Third down.
Big third down here. 3rd and 16, huh?
Yes, and like I said, you got to think that there's something they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna take a chance. They got the big guy out here to the right.
See, I think Venice is going to send everybody just by the way they're lining up right now. You got those two guys on the outside that can lock up with anybody in the state.
And you got maybe C coming if on the
No,
side.
big zone. Big zone by Venice. Good pressure on the quarterback so far.
And
Nice.
there you go, nice play.
Love it.
That was Eli Jones. Nice play by him again.
Quarterback keeper, Eli Jones on the stop.
And a short gain of I'll give him 3 on that one. Makes it 4th and 14. And we'll see the first time for the Armwood Hawks to punt. And the punter is cannot see.
Couldn't tell you.
Maybe I can look fast enough. I'll see a guy with a P next to his name for punter, and we don't. He's a kicker. It's one of them.
Oh,
High kick, short. Need everybody to get away from it. Everybody needs it. There we go. This is there's. I may have talked to you before, but it's always funny how guys, when that ball's bounce around, they can't get close enough to it, and they're just looking at it, and there's no reason to be anywhere around it. I want to see all you want to have, and drinking a glass of water for that thing is done that way.
see, I'm a big fan. If you can catch it, dude, catch it.
Yeah.
You know, fair
Well,
catch it and catch it.
It's a better option, that's
I
for
agree.
sure. So Indians 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
4 wide receivers and a tight end in the game for the Indians. Oh, there we
Lewis
go.
in motion.
Offsides
There's-
defense.
Yep. Oh, they're saying it's on Venice, I think. So somebody might have flinched or moved a little bit.
That was a little spicy there. The motion, and then looked like the handoff was going to be a little different than what we've seen before.
Yes. So somebody getting a little too anxious for that spicy play.
Here they go. Watch, they're going to run it again.
Again? What
No
is the
way.
problem? That is insane. They're not getting the count right, or they're.
I mean, it's a drive killer, man. Now you're 1st and 20.
Second and 20.
Or 2nd and 20.
Actually, it's first and 20.
It has to be 1st and 20.
Yeah.
First and 20.
So here we go. Same play.
See, a little
Little
spicy right there.
pushback.
Ooh.
Now that would have been a nice 7-yard gain on a 1st and 10. So we're at back to the 37.
Screen.
Oh, tapped it. He got
Nice.
it.
He's got
Pass
luck.
complete to Johnson. Tries to spin out of the tackle, but doesn't quite get there.
3rd and 10.
Brought down by number 9, Dean, Alante Dean.
You a fan of going fast on third down, specifically 3rd and 10?
Not 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
3rd and 2 all day,
Uh-huh.
but not 3rd and 10.
Armwood's going man, cover 0. There's no safety back deep. So let's see what Venice.
They got to see that, I'm sure.
No safety deep. They're going to go 4 to the field, which is going to be hard to cover. Let's see. Good ball.
Oh, knocked away or dropped. I couldn't really tell one or
couldn't
the
tell
other.
either, yeah.
Lewis has sort of has his shoulder shrug to see what he came up with.
He touch it?
Yeah, I think he did. I think 6 knocked it away. That's number 6, Caleb Jones.
Man, 3rd and 10, they're going cover 0 on the 50-yard line. That's pretty crazy.
brave. Yeah, that's
pretty
brave.
crazy.
So brings out Cade Judson again to punt for the Indians.
High snap. Oh, no.
That's not
Oh,
good.
no, just
Get
fall
down
on
on
it.
it.
Yep.
You got us all you can do.
Goodness.
Can't make a bad play worse. Let's see a replay on this one.
Ty.
And he just sailed it right over his head. Yeah, just right over his head.
You couldn't have a worse start for Venice right now.
So basically that's a fumble right there for the Indians.
So you go 2 false starts, back-to-back, 1st and 20. Obviously not able to convert first down.
Yep.
Snap over the punter's head.
And yeah, I mean it's been a total. I mean, the stat line is a total disaster at this point. You know, looking at all the mistakes, and then of course, obviously, you know, it's mistakes, physical and mental
Yeah,
at this point.
I agree.
So 1st and 10 at the Indian 15-yard line. Pringle on the carry, breaks a tackle again. 2 tackles broken on a 5-yard gain, brought down by Fleming.
So watch the down on the left side, and you're going to have 2 guys pool right there.
Yeah.
And he actually missed the read. He would have been wide open if he would, or a huge hole if he would have followed the blockers.
He's 75. He was wide. He probably might have walked it in on that one.
Giving us different looks. I don't know if we've seen this before. This run scheme type stuff, inside zone and then pullers.
Well, this is like I said. This is everybody's coming in this new season, and this is things you can get film on.
Yeah.
Pringle on the carry again, brought down by Dalton, along with Seed and Dillon.
Bring up 3rd down.
3rd and short.
Very short. They're saying 2.
They brought in 7 offensive linemen right now, and 2 wide receivers. I think, is 54 the tight end?
He's got to be, because they got 54 and 65 on the top, so they're both got to be called in as eligible.
7 wide receivers, or 7 offensive linemen.
1st down, Hawks. Pringle on the carry, brought down by Dylan Bryant. It's Bryant on the tackle.
Brought down by Bryant.
1st and goal on the 4.
And it is all Hawks right now.
Offensive lineman and quarterback are going out.
So they're going to go. They're putting number 9 in there.
Yeah, Wildcat.
There's another kid coming in. Looks like 14. Des Moines Stoney. Is that him? Yep, coming out here wide. So the big guy, number 9. He plays defensive end too. He keeping it, and he's going to walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks. Just one move. That's all it was. Is one quick move. See right here, just he fakes in, and
So you have a defensive end supposed to get the running back, and you have another guy that's supposed to crack replace for the quarterback, and he gets blocked by the pooler, which is, great offensive scheme right there. I can tell you that right now.
So Bryant came down the line, and Judson just didn't get back where he needed to be. He was the guy supposed to be right there with the quarterback. So 4-yard touchdown run for the Hawks, and right now they got a 13-0 lead with the extra point coming up.
They've done their homework, that's for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And that is good. So with 1:53 left in the first quarter, your score is at Armwood Hawks 14, Venice Indians 0. We'll take a quick break, come back for the kickoff back to the Indians. See you back here shortly. There it is.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice,
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
And we're back here for the kickoff, number 23, Lucier, ready to kick off for the Hawks.
Well, if you wanted early season adversity,
This is it.
I think you've got it.
First game.
It's out of bounds. Let it go.
And Barksdale picks it up at the 30, makes a move, and gets it up to a nice 11-yard gain, return, I should say. Tackled by number 1, Zamari Bug Hall, and that is correct. It's Bug Hall. And, yeah, he made 12 didn't even see him. He ran right by him. He was going to hit somebody.
Yeah, they always say adversity is your biggest teacher.
This is it then.
And you're supposed to, from week 1 to week 2 is supposed to be your biggest jump. So we'll see, what ends up happening here.
Now, they've had good field position in all 3 possessions now, 35, 42, and now 41-yard line. So there's nothing field position-wise they've had any trouble with.
But back-to-back offsides last time we had the ball to start out with. You just can't have that.
And I don't know if it was the guard who was jumping or the center who was like flinching. I don't know what it was, but it was consistently being done. Quick snap to Glasser. Glasser looking, gets pressured, tries to roll out of it, and he is going down, was sacked. Kind of rolled the wrong way. It looked like he was trying to throw a wheel route to somebody down there on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Could have been Lester out of the backfield, and he just got pressure on him really quick. That's number 5, Ramor Thomas on the sack. Loss of 11.
There we go, going backwards again to start the drive.
And now we are 2nd and 21 at the 30. Glasser gets the snap, looks downfield.
Oh, he's wide open down in the 7 in the middle of the field. Is wide open.
And he threw a little dump pass to Lewis. And he's there. I mean, I don't know if he didn't see him, and then he started rolling, and he just wanted to make a play after that sack. I can promise you that. So gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 17 for the Indians.
Oh man, they're going cover 0 again. Man to man on all 3 wide receivers up top.
They're
blitzing everybody.
That was sort of a different play right there as well, trying to get Glasser out as a lead blocker with Jamaris Wilder with only a 2-yard gain. They just had too many guys right there. 7 came up and sort of stalled the play, and the D-line had pursuit down backside.
Oh, going for on 4th down, huh?
This might be one of those run out that there it goes. Yeah.
So you got
4th and 15.
You got 3 guys covering the wide receivers, so that means you have 8 guys in the box. 8 guys. I mean, how do you expect to run the ball against 8 guys?
You're not. And then here we go with a shank into the stands.
Where's the referee running to?
I don't know. He's going down to a spot. He's going to get walked back. I guess that's procedurally the right way to do it, but he shouldn't be much further than he's going.
Yeah.
45-yard line, so a 19-yard punt for the Indians just to compound the problems they're having right now. Not a first down in the first quarter, a fumble, a bad punt.
A lot of penalties.
A lot of penalties. And little ones, but all the ones that add up. It's 5 yards. I bet you if you saw every drive that started with a 5-yard penalty, I bet you probably about a 10% success rate of scoring.
Maybe less, bro. Maybe less, honestly.
I agree. So Armwood at their own 45 takes over 1st and 10.
10 seconds left in the first quarter.
Is it counting? No, they're not going to count it in just yet. Brush and Pringle, the backfield once again for the Hawks. And that's Pringle on the carry.
Nice play.
There's Ashari Charles making a play. Going to give him a 1-yard gain, but he did the right thing. And they said flown with looking after that running back. Mm-hmm. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll take our break, come back here in the second quarter, see if the Indians can improve a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Here in the second quarter. We'll be back here shortly at Powell Davis Stadium.
It's Maverick. It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season, and go Indians!
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
And we are back here for the start of the second quarter. In Hawks 2nd and 1, or 2nd and 9 from their 46. And a flag on the play.
Man, they are hammering us with the down, and the round scheme.
Yep.
I mean, there was a huge hole right there, right in the middle of the field, right on the Indian.
And we're lined up off sides again.
Goodness.
It's the same person, because I can see Coach Shannon is like absolutely frustrated at this point. The fact that it's the same guy making the same mistake. So this is what brings the ball up to the Indian 49. Rush gets the snap.
Oh,
bad.
fumble.
It's fumble. And
Venice
we
ball.
got it. Oh, it's still on the ground.
Scoop and score.
Just get it. They didn't get it.
Goodness.
No. Ball was right there. Seed tried to pick it up. 54 came in, just ripped his helmet off.
Goodness.
My goodness. And they missed that call. Ripped his face right off, ripped it right off his head. I mean,
oh my goodness.
maybe they did get it. I don't know. See what happens there. So there was a loss on the play. I'm not even sure how to even mark that down. The fumble was. They got the face mask, I think. Let's see. What?
Nothing. Goodness.
No, that's just a no play.
Yeah, no penalty. Yeah. Wow.
How is it no nothing?
Wow.
I don't understand. Why are we not asking something about this? So it's 3rd and 4. No play, no nothing. Ripped off. I have no idea what to do.
But that's not even where the ball was
That was
recovered.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They no idea what they did just there. I mean,
wow.
And Pringle gets the first down. I have no what. I just give him 0 carry on the first one, and
Here goes down in the round again. Down. 2 guys pulling. Man, they're just collecting everybody. That's a
8-yard
huge
gain.
hole.
First down. So 1st and 10 at the Indian 41-yard line. I've rarely ever seen where somebody just goes. They're calling it a pass. I have no idea what they're calling it.
I don't know.
It's the biggest cop out ever. I'm surprised our silence is not going bananas. I just don't know what to even say on that. 1st and 10, Hawks at the Indian 41. Handoff to number 4. That's Anderson, brought down by Papatanakis, and I believe Charles on that one.
Papatanakis and Charles on the stop. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So you said 2 passes. One was a screen on the first play of the game.
Yep.
The second was a bootleg on the fourth or 5th play of the game. Every other play has been inside zone or down and pull 2 offensive linemen.
Yep, that's it. They're going to do it again.
Yep, inside zone. You can't stop it. You keep running.
He's
Wow.
gone. Yeah, he's touchdown.
Wow.
Pringle on the carry.
And it's just like I said, it's right there. There's nobody. And look at the play. On that particular play, again, it was like Jones jumps to his left, and the linebackers are supposed to fill the hole, and they're just not there.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not there. So a 20 or 34-yard run by Pringle. And the Venice Indians are in a lot of trouble right now.
I agree.
They've got no answer at all.
Well,
for the Hawks.
We've gone 3 and out 3 times in a row, twice in a row.
Yeah.
That's not going to help you.
No, they're not doing nothing to help them.
And then Armwood has, 8-play drive here, 12-play drive here. You're not trying to make excuses for the defense being tired. I mean,
No,
shoot, they see
not a
Venice,
chance.
they see the offense every single day in practice.
Yes,
like
100%.
up tempo, all that type of stuff.
So that was our kicker there, Carlton, with the extra points. Good. So it's 21-0 right now with 9:27 left in the first half. And Indians got to do something here quick, or they're going to be in a whole heap of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm even making mistakes. I used the wrong stat sheet on this one. So I have to just change a few things around, but that's okay. So again, we're back to saying the same thing. Indians got to come out and do something right away. I mean, I don't think you have to panic.
No, not at all.
I think
the run game and all that type of stuff. No, we're good.
Yeah, you just got to go out there and just do what you do normally and execute and all the kind of cliche things that we know are going to work. Just got to do it right.
And remember, we get the ball coming out of the half too. So obviously, a score, right before halftime,
extra possession.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
Now I'll tell you what, they've kicked the ball poorly. Why would you not go? I would go for an onside right here. What's the difference?
Yeah, I mean,
kick it hard at somebody and see if they make another mistake.
I think poorly is an understatement.
And that one's going to bounce around. And good play by Barksdale. That was not an easy one to field, and he gets nowhere on that one. So,
I mean, great field position, 35-yard line. We'll take that all day long.
Yeah, no doubt.
Pretty nasty, huh? A little knuckler.
Yeah, I mean, it came up on his shoulder pad. It's kind of what you want to have happen.
Goodness.
Indians will start 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
So last series we started the series off with a pass. We got Johnson back there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Alvin Johnson, and he takes the handoff. Not much room there to go.
Mm-hmm.
Brought down by number 15, Greg Lott. And he gets 3 yards, and it's 2nd and 7.
And a cover zero again. They're literally selling the house out to stop the run.
And there's a flag on the play. It's thrown on the Venice side. Usually means it's a flag on the Indians. So we'll see what comes of that.
Looks like we have an offensive player down. I can't tell what number it is. Offensive lineman,
number 71.
Yeah.
That is number 71 is Kane McFall. See what the flag is on the play.
So when we talk about cover zero, right, that means the defense is playing man-to-man on the wide receivers, and they're literally blitzing everybody else.
Right.
Just run to the quarterback, run to the ball as fast as you can, and screw it all up. Don't give them any timing. Don't give them any spacing. And that's what they're doing.
And I'll tell you the truth. And I think also it's kind of a run blitz as well.
Yeah.
You're filling gaps, and you're saying, go try. If you get past us, great.
Yeah.
We'll
sure.
give you the big, but we're going to try to get you guys out of your tempo, out of your everything else, and just going to try to screw up everything we possibly can.
Yep.
Just causing havoc.
Yep.
And I remember even go back in the day, we used to play Charlotte High School every year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one year they figured out they were rooting us out. They would just dive at linebackers or linemen's legs and feet. And it was all of a sudden the blocking schemes were all screwed up.
Sure.
The dance that the line does wasn't happening, and it was very hard to unravel. The players were sort of like, what do we do here? So I'm not saying it's the same concept, but in some ways it's you're just going in there and just causing havoc on the defensive line.
It messes everything up.
And they got about 8 of them, because I know Coach said about the guys in the 90s, but the guys in the single digits are doing a lot too here.
No question.
So they're definitely doing their job. Real quick, we got a time here. Not this is anything anybody wants to hear, but Venice had 3 carries for -2 yards in the first quarter. Passing, they were 3 of 6 for 14 yards. Armwood 2 for 2 passing, 18 yards. And rushing was 14 carries for 80 yards.
Yeah.
Penalties, Indians had four penalties in the first quarter for 20 yards. So there it is right there. Pretty simple.
Good to see McFall walk off, though, on his own power.
Yeah, no, hopefully it's nothing serious. So 3rd down for the Indians. Quick throw and another penalty. What in the heck is going on?
Pass to
It's formational. It's got to be formational. They are doing something before the play.
Wow.
tackle made by Smith.
So we'll see what the...
Would have been a first down, though. right? Looks like it.
Yeah, I agree. Our sideline electronic thing is a little messed up. It's saying that it's 7, but it's only 5. It's third and 5 on that play. So that was Glasser to Barksdale, and we'll see if the
Good throw and catch. First down for sure.
yeah.
Man, it takes a long time for these guys to figure out what's going on.
And I don't know if they know. He's trying to explain to them, and it's like, but they're not talking to anybody.
I know.
You kind of walk around in circles.
Illegal man downfield?
Yeah. So he must have had somebody covered. He covered him, and then he was downfield. I don't know if that's a whatchamacallit, a loss of down. I don't think it
Ball
is.
is a legal man downfield and a loss of down.
No, I don't know if it
It's
is.
a 4th and 10.
Yeah, no.
No, they're not. But they're going cover 0. We got to figure out. We got to have some type of cover 0 beater.
Correction, no loss of down. 3rd and 10.
Timeout. Peacock got a penalty.
Now he was yelling at his own sideline. He called timeout.
Jeez. We still got 8 minutes and 30 seconds in the second quarter.
I know. That's a long time to go
Goodness.
here. So 3rd and 10 now becomes 3rd and forever with the dead ball fouls and everything else right here. So we'll kind of stay here and figure out what's going on. Again, I'm waiting to see how he's talking to the ref, and they're calling it timeout Indians, which we know. And he called a timeout, and then the ref threw a flag on him because he's yelling at his own bench. He's telling him something that whatever you did. Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's going to be. He said something to one of his coaches because they weren't lined up again, right, or whatever the problem was, and then he yelled something, and that referee heard it, and that's that. So that's a timeout for the Indians as well. So anyway, we'll figure this out here in a second once they unravel all these penalties and whatever else is going to happen. So the ball, it was 3rd and 10. Now it's going to be a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Indians, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Unless they're just maybe it's a sideline warning. I don't know, but I think they're moving the ball back.
15 yards is a killer.
Yeah, it's going back 15.
Jeez.
Down to the 21-yard line. So that's back-to-back penalties for 20 yards. So it's 3rd and 25 from the 21-yard line.
3rd and 25, Venice.
So here we go. What do you run here? You're going to run
Screen.
something easy.
You got to run a screen, or screen.
Didn't even block anybody on that one. Glasser's pass for Lewis is incomplete.
Glasser's pass intended for Lewis, incomplete.
And that'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
And your punting game has been horrendous so far. You've had a snap over the head and a shank to this point. Let's see what we can do here. Good snap.
Oh, he almost blocked it.
Better kick. And it's a fair catch by Pringle. Just into Hawks territory at the 48-yard line.
Goodness, I mean, you can't let the guy inside of you when you're on the back line of punt, and the only thing that happens is the guy gets inside of you.
Right.
Just small things,
Hawks will take over
correctable things, but small things that are eventually going to kill you like they are right now.
Absolutely right.
8:16 left in the
All right, Armwood gets the ball again. See, the defense can make a stop here. Haven't happened so far this game. So, one stop, I should say. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Double down and around.
And Pringle on the carry, and once again, right through the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Lee.
Goodness. I mean, they've run the same 2 run
They're
plays.
just eating them up right there. They're just tossing them around like rag dolls right now.
10 yards a pop, too. Boom, boom, boom.
So they're going to give him just short of the first down. They're going to give him 9, so 2nd and 1 for the Hawks on the Indian 43-yard line.
Down and around.
And that's the big guy. That's number 9 carrying the ball, Dean. A little change of pace. Tripped up by Jones on that play.
They got him listed as an athlete. No position, he's an athlete.
Just go out there and do stuff. Ball's at the 36 after a 7-yard gain, first down Hawks. Down to Indian 46, or 36, I'm sorry. Oh, we're offsides. Absolutely offsides.
Flag.
And that's a quick 5 yards for the Hawks.
Yep.
We're up to 8 penalties right now
Goodness.
for 50 yards. But just making life a lot easier for the Hawks.
Bro, yeah, you're giving them every opportunity they want.
Making it real easy on them. And that's Pringle on the carry, and he is gone to the house. We are now looking at a running clock potential.
Yeah. In the first half.
Yeah.
7 minutes still to go in the first half.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. It's there. It's right there for you. You have done nothing to stop them. You can't. I mean, it's not even a game at this point. It's not even close. So the Indians might find themselves in a situation they never would have dreamed going into this game, and they are getting it handed to them right now.
Yep.
27-0.
Hey, all it takes is one play.
That's it. Got to do something.
Someone's got to make a play. Offense and defense.
And that is Carlton on the extra point.
Flag?
No good.
Point after attempt. No good.
So once again, like you said, 7:08 left in the half. Armwood 27, Venice nothing. And again, I'm going back through my sheets right here. There's nothing on these sheets that even show me anything that the Indians have done at all offensively and or defensively. You've got hardly any rushing, hardly any plays. It's just a stat line that I couldn't have even imagined going into this.
And give credit to Armwood. I mean, everything they've done has been to the weakness of Venice, right? So on defense, you're going cover 0 to stop the run, right? You have no other option. You have to stop the run,
right? And
they've stopped it, right? Make us pass, force us to pass, bring an extra guy, when we do pass to make the quarterback hurry up and rush and get out of the pocket. And then from the defensive side of the ball from Venice, like, run inside zone, get a couple yards. Run down in the round by the offensive lineman, get a bunch of yards. They've done the same exact plays every single time.
Right. You're 100% right.
Same with even the kick situation. Like, they're not even giving us a chance to run the ball back on a kick situation. And then we do that.
Right. Because I don't know what you're looking at. It's like,
let the ball go out of bounds.
Right. You're looking at it, and you're looking at a play that you're waiting for somebody to hit you. Just go get it.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
You're going to get hit no matter what.
Or don't touch it and get out of the way and let it go out of bounds.
No doubt.
But the thing is, like, it's smart by Armwood. They're kicking it to the point where it's literally going to go out of bounds on the 35-yard line, where we're going to end up getting the ball if it does go out of bounds, right? So, like, I mean, what do? You catch it and you try to go a couple yards, or you let it just go? I don't know.
All right, so what do we got here? We got Jaden Glasser back at quarterback.
You have cover 0.
Jamaris Wilder. And just not even a chance to get the handoff off. That's number 5, Lamar Thomas. He was there before the play even started.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
3-yard loss, 2nd and 13.
I mean, there's nobody past 5 yards off the ball from a defensive standpoint. Nobody. There's not one guy back there.
And you got guys who can go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're making you. They're making you do what they wanted you to do.
There we go. Finally, look at that touchdown score.
Looking for any flags. Looks good. It's a Carl Lewis from Jaden Glasser on a 69-yard touchdown pass, and the Indians are on the scoreboard.
Oh, ran a little stop and go there. He played dead. I wish we could see the replay again. Oh, man, that was hilarious. Played dead, looked back like he was blocking for a run play, and then took off.
And that's the first down for the Indians in the game. And that we're going for 2. We have to go for 2 now because
So a little different formation here. You got offensive linemen down here
got the old
outside the
swinging
hash.
gate.
Gotta get the right personnel out there on offense.
That's not right. I'm not going to pick on Dalen. All right.
Yeah.
But you got to know you're on the field.
Of course.
What were you doing?
Of course. And they shift them.
Another kick. He's going to kick the extra point. So I was putting it as a 2-point play. So it's Judson.
Yeah.
Blocked. And that might be the only thing. That was the one chance maybe. So we'll see.
Goodness.
6:21 left in the second.
So it's 6 minutes and 21 seconds left in the second quarter.
But they didn't even get any push. I mean, it just
low.
Yeah.
27-6 is the score. France, you want to take a quick break and we'll come back here for the kickoff? We'll do that. Quick break right here.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does. Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
And we're back here to get ready for the kickoff. The Indians kicking off to the Hawks. A little injury update from we can see from here. Trey says that our offensive lineman number 71, Kane McFall, is out of his uniform. He's got some ice on his shoulder. Looks like he's out for the rest of the game. Judson's kick is out of bounds, quickly out of bounds. And it's going to be ball at the 35, 1st and 10 for the Hawks.
That's not ideal. But, I mean, he's not a kicker.
No.
That's not his job.
No, not at all.
1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
He's this guy, but again, it's like sometimes you try too hard.
Of course.
You know how it is.
But the argument is, like, if someone else is better, then go ahead and do it, right?
Yeah.
But no one else can do
Right,
it,
that's
So,
it.
I mean, shoot.
He's the guy.
This is what we got, So this is what we got to work with. And granted, the ball went out of bounds where it would have went out of bounds anyways.
Right.
So
It was going, the length of the kick was sufficient enough to get you at the 35, but yeah, very tough to kind of.
We didn't come here for a kicking clinic, did we?
No.
All right, so Venice is cover 0-2 here.
That is Pringle, and once again he bounces it, and he has got room to run again, and he is down another huge gain. Lester on the tackle.
And that down and around is just killing us.
Ball spotted after the 16-yard gain inside the Indian territory at the 49-yard line.
Good to see Lester make a tackle there.
Yeah, no doubt. But I've noticed, so the big guys in particular, like 77, when he's pulling. Yeah. He's back. He's got his right foot is back. He's no way he's going to get around the guy without showing that he's pulling. So watch. See if it happens. See how he's kind of leaned back in a pass formation?
Yep. He's back in the stance for sure.
So there he goes. He pulls. It's just that simple.
Good play.
You got to tackle him, guys. If he's in your hands, you got to tackle him.
Good play by 16, Charles.
Yeah, Charles was there.
So watch how he goes inside of the block right there. Wrong shoulder, boom, he's right there ready to make a tackle. And he obviously got to make a tackle.
And Daly and Galloway helped put it away for him.
So I don't know why they call it this, but they call it a wrong shoulder when you do that. So his outside shoulder becomes his inside shoulder, and now he has that inside gap, and just got to make the play.
And I think in that situation, I mean, you got a guy probably, 330 coming at you?
Probably, yeah.
You're looking to find a way to not take him probably square on.
Of course, yeah. You either got to stone him or you got to go around him.
Right.
He went around him right there.
So 2nd and 10.
Screen.
Passes out there. Good, decent
Good
block.
rally.
Nice play.
Great rally by the defense.
Carter Dalton with the tackle. That was number 8. That's the 3-star recruit, Kason Stokes.
Man, love that. Nice strike by the outside linebacker. I can't see what number he is right now. 28.
Yeah, it was Carter Dalton on
Yeah.
that. They made a nice play. Again, no gain. 3rd and 10. And really, that's their first throw in the second quarter. So they haven't had to throw, and really wasn't that much of a throw. Just a, like, you know,
3 throws all half, right?
All-
2 screens and 1 bootleg.
that's it. Listen, if I'm the Hawks, I'm running it again.
Yeah. Cover 0 by Venice. Venice is man-to-man. Let's see, 4 minutes
They
left
call
to go.
timeout. So Hawks call timeout. We'll take a timeout here as well. Come back and see if the Indians can hold here on 3rd and 10. Back here from Powell Davis Stadium, short. And we're back here. It's 3rd and 10. Hawks at the Indian 49-yard line.
I thought it was a great timeout by Armwood right there. You know, there's no. They have a chance now to see what defense Venice is going to be in, right? So now they get to call their best man coverage play.
They're still, Venice looks a little confused on their coverages.
Gotta get home. Gotta get home. Nice.
Oh, he fumbled. He got it.
Nice.
Good play. David Galloway got there, and then not only did the sack, but actually stripped the ball out as he was coming through. Came in pretty fast, but he didn't overrun it. So nice play by Galloway with the sack.
I mean, you knew it was going to be cover 0. You knew they were going to run man coverage. Why would
Right.
you not have something ready for that?
You would think.
I mean, shoot. They've called a great game so far, though, from the offensive side.
Yeah, I totally agree. They have been spot on. So.
And remember, Venice gets the ball coming out of halftime, so
the
a score would be here. It would be massive. Oh, over the head, fumble. Oh my goodness. Oh
He's
yes.
down. Okay, good play. So now we got one, so that equals it out a little bit.
Finally got a break. Finally, the whole game, one break.
Yeah, no doubt.
Down by 14 inches.
So ball spotted up at the 19-yard line. That was a 24-yard loss.
Wow.
Because that ball, that's easily a 24-yard loss. And so now the Indians have a short field, and looking to cash in on a turnover that they desperately needed.
I think we throw it in the end zone right now and give us a chance to score one more time before the half.
Oh, I wouldn't be messing around. I would do the same thing.
QB run.
Oh, Glasser, he's
Yeah.
in.
Ah,
Just
almost.
tripped up. I didn't see that guy, whoever it was.
Man, he scares me when he does that right elbow. When he's running the ball,
Yeah.
you can't put the right elbow up because all you got to do is hit the ball from behind. Look at that right
Yeah,
elbow right there.
and pop it out.
Goodness,
Yeah.
jeez, and pro.
4-yard line for Venice first down.
Injured Indian.
No, it's a Armwood guy. Look like he was
Okay.
coming in. He kind of fell funny, and the Indian blocker kind of fell down on top of him. So we'll see that replay one more time, if we can, Francis. Here we go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just kind of
yeah.
fell on him funny.
Man, that right arm just kills me right there.
So ball is down to the 3-yard line to the 16-yard gain. 1st and goal for the Indians at Armwood 3. And I think, not trying to get ahead of myself a little bit, but you're going to have to. They got their short yardage guys. That's how I was going to make.
How was the clock running when we just called a timeout?
No, it was an injury timeout.
Oh, okay. I thought we called a
Injury
timeout.
timeout.
From 4.
downs to Johnson, short.
Just got it.
Kind of, again, it was confusion in the backfield. They just had guy 15 just kind of dove in there. If you watch him here, he just disrupts the whole play.
It's like they have no rules on defense. They just literally go upfield as fast as they can.
They're just doing whatever they want to do.
Go upfield as fast as you can. There, boom.
Again, handoff to Downs keeps it, and
Touchdown.
he takes him to the end zone for a touchdown. Ryan Downs. So Ryan Downs gets the ball in the end zone for the Indians. And they will go for 2, I think, here.
Yep.
Little confusion on the 2-point conversion. Barksdale was running in, came back out again. So they're missing somebody.
Yeah, Venice doesn't have enough guys. Jeez.
Timeout, Venice.
So quick timeout for the
Downs
Indians.
was the carrier for the touchdown for Venice.
And we'll take a quick timeout here as well. And we'll come back and see if the Indians can get that 2-point conversion.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season, and go Indians!
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup,
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas.
So the play just happened, and the ball just got he snapped it like he was on a, I don't even know what to say.
Dead ball, false start.
What, I have no idea what that even was. I mean, you stood up. What?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What was in your mind at that moment? You just stood up and you didn't even run the play. You just kind of snapped it. I mean, watch. It's like, I don't understand. I mean, I don't know what that was.
I don't know either.
All right, so they're going to go for it again. Glasser's in now with the quarterback. They're 5 yards back. He's got
He's trying to throw
Wilder
back
wide
here, yeah.
open, and he threw
Fell
it
down
short,
deep.
and he's down. You got it. Okay. It's
been
twice
twice,
now.
twice, yeah,
You
twice.
cannot be running backwards and throw it. You got to set your feet and throw it. That's not there.
He's got all the arm talent in the world, man.
That's no all day you're gonna make that play.
All the arm talent in the world.
2:45 left in the second.
Twice.
Indians 12.
One for a touchdown, one for a 2-point conversion.
Yep. You've got to make that. You've got to make that throw. If he had no pressure, no nothing, just got to.
Well, it's great though, man. I mean, all of us. He's new to all of us, right? So
Yeah.
let's see how he comes back out in the second half.
Right.
And the rest of the season, you know.
Do you right? What do you look at? You know, are you going to say to yourself, this is is acceptable, or are you going to make the corrections and get things going in the right direction?
He's so freaking talented, man.
It's ridiculous.
Unbelievably talented. Let's hope he's a guy that knows,
And a little bit of it is not so much that you're upset. It's a surprise of the play not being made.
I agree.
Because it's not like he's got the capabilities, and you're like, whoa, I'm just surprised it happened.
He's offsides. Oh no.
So, play on.
Goodness. It's pandemonium up here.
There was an offsides on the play that was just not even called and not even looked at on the Hawks, and Coach Peacock's going to explain to the referee, and he's going to probably say, well, I'm sorry, Coach, but we got to do what we got to do. And so number 9 was the guy who returned the kick. That's the athlete.
He was 3 yards
Alonde
offsides.
Dean.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
exactly.
I apologize.
Exactly. No,
I'm watching the replay and I can't believe it.
Yeah, we're all
3 yards
watching it.
offsides.
So anyway, kick is down. It returned out to the 39-yard line.
It's crucial right here to get a stop from defensive
Absolutely.
standpoint. Even if 3 and out, we got 2 timeouts. Down in the rounds.
And that's our buddy Pringle, brought down by Seed and Fleming.
Brings up 2nd and 2. The Armwood
48-yard gain to start off that drive. Up to the Indian. Actually, yeah, 8-yard gain.
Oh my goodness. Cover 0. Cover 0 by Venice.
Yeah.
No safety deep.
And they're kind of figuring things out. Quick throw.
Oh yeah, pick it. Yes, let's go. Good pick. What a
Eli
play, man.
C.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What a play.
What a play.
Are you kidding me? It looked like he jumped off of somebody. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way
he's watching the quarterback's eyes the whole way.
Goodness. What a play, man.
That is a great play right there. 75 is like, what the heck's going on?
It looked like he jumped off somebody's back. That was an awesome play.
Absolutely.
But that's what you need, man. That's what you need. You need guys like that.
And that's your senior captain making a play right there.
Yes,
That's
your leading tackler.
Yep, you want him to make that play.
Minute 54 left in the second.
I mean, I don't know. It almost looked like they scouted that play out, that they kind of knew it was coming.
It's awesome.
And a
All
little
right, cover
confusion
0.
beforehand. So.
Cover 0 again. Let's see if we can go deep. Over the top.
Oh, just tripped up. Didn't get his feet
Lewis on the carry.
moving. Going to give him a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 for a Wilder.
Bro, call me what you want, right? You put Lester, you put Lewis outside, and you throw it to him 3 times in a row. There's no way they're going to cover him 3 times in a row. No shot.
I'm telling you, I agree with you right
Put
now.
Platt out there. I mean, any of those guys. Any of them. Here it is. Put that thing up.
He did.
He wasn't even running. No touchdown.
There's a flag. What's the flag?
Last round of the carry.
Is there even a guy from Venice down there to make a hold? And nobody's doing anything. Like, so where's the hold? Yeah, right there. It's Matulovic grabbed his jersey when he was trying to get away. Pretty obvious.
But what was Lewis doing down here?
I don't know. They were all standing around like it was like a one-man route.
He didn't run a route.
No, he didn't. He just kind of did nothing. See right up the top of the screen right there, there's the holding penalty.
Goodness, dude.
So it'll be a spot foul. So it's going to be 2nd down again, but it's going to be minus the yardage. So it negates almost a 25-yard play.
Ton of time, minute 15. I mean, obviously we're going to go for it on 4th down if we ever get to that situation.
So they gained. So it's 2nd and 1. So it's a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 1.
Throw it up.
Turn around, look.
There he is. Oh! Good effort.
Nice.
That's the time to call that play.
And that's 2nd and 1 all day. Absolutely.
Good ball, man. Right on the numbers.
So 3rd and 1. We've got a minute 9 left in the half. Ball's at the 42-yard line.
All right, who's going to make a play? Seed made a play on defense. The guy you would expect to make a play made a play. Let's see what happens here on offense. Who's the guy we go to?
I like Glasser here, just maybe to get the 1st down, but we'll see.
Man, it's...
Got it. You got it. So it'll stop the clock.
I still can't believe that catch. See? Oh, my goodness.
That's a highlight reel right there. Ball's at the 38 after the 4-yard gain. 1st and 10 Indians.
Throw it up. Throw it up. Beat him. He got him beat. Got him beat. Got him beat.
Out of bounds. What's the flag on?
He had him beat, man.
Is it going to be a sideline warning? Because he maybe ran into somebody going down the sideline. I don't know. We'll see what happened here. Yeah, he's pointing at something.
Have we had a sideline warning?
No, but they haven't warned anybody yet. So.
I don't know if I've ever seen this much conversation.
No, I don't know. I don't know what the conversation can be. It's a lot of talk.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm so used to the scoreboard being over there.
Back in the day, it was in the West End Zone. There was talk about it coming back to the West End Zone. So, and that's why over the years the school has changed, and that's why there's such a darker part of the field, because that scoreboard used to light it up.
Yeah.
Now the jumbotron does the other side, but it definitely lights it up. So what's the penalty here? After much discussion. Incomplete pass.
Dead ball.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Sideline one. So they got 15-yard penalty on the sideline. So incomplete pass to Matulovic. And the ball goes back to the Indian 47-yard line after 15 yards.
Second down or still first down?
It is still first down. No, second down.
Yeah,
second down.
pass, right?
Incomplete pass.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 25 from the Venice 47.
Man, I love this matchup down here at the bottom. Like, absolutely love this matchup. Oh, nice
Oh, he's
play.
got Wilder.
Keep
Make a
running.
move. All right, out of bounds. That's okay because it's a clock management.
But see, that's a man beater right there. You have the wide receiver go run a quote-unquote pick on the running back's man player. Watch, Matulovic is going to go in there and run a little pick on the guy, and he can't cover him.
Yep.
And out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Brings up 2nd.
So
Actually,
I would do the same thing for Matulovic, but then run a go route.
Right.
There he is. I'm going to stop.
Put it up. Threw it away. Now, so that there's a mistake right there. It should be 4th down right now, but I don't know if they've got it on the clock here right or not. No, they're not keeping track of it. So the Indians got an extra down on that one, guys.
41 seconds left in the half.
But I won't tell if you won't tell.
No, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
So we're going to call this the second third down. It's 3rd and 11.
I still like this matchup down here at the bottom. Still like
he's
it.
liking it too. Boom. There you go. There you go. Get out of bounds. It's all right. You got out of bounds.
Yeah,
Good
good.
play.
Hey, I would run the same play again.
Absolutely.
I love this matchup.
And that's his sort of his deal. He likes that quick stop. He gets open pretty easily.
Now you got Lester down here at the bottom. Now he's going to the field.
Also 14 of the Hawks.
Timeout.
We are at 34 seconds, and I don't think you have any more timeouts for the Indians. I don't know for sure. It's been a little confusing with timeouts and penalties and discussions about penalties. But with that, we'll take our final break of the first half and come back here and see if the Indians can catch this drive in.
There is no re-entry.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice,
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
And Indians are back here on the 14-yard line of the Hawks. 1st and 10. See where they can put in the end zone, hopefully. Glasser reverse to Lester. He's got the speed to get there, and he is going to be short. Brought down by big number 99, Jay-Sean Williams.
Timeout.
Yes, they had the last timeout for the Indians right there.
Wow.
I thought they were done.
Me too.
I'm
over here yelling at people that we're
Extra
done
downs,
with
extra
we're done with
timeouts.
timeouts, but I'm wrong. I'm the wrong one. I'm sorry, guys.
Somebody doesn't know about football as much as they think they do.
I know, right? I stink.
All right, so you got limited time. You got 23 seconds, no timeouts. Obviously, you got to put the ball in the air.
Yeah.
If you're coaching Jaden Glasser right now, are you coaching him up and saying, if you got to get rid of it here on
You can't take
on
a sack.
second down?
It's-
Right.
it's impossible.
That's the worst case scenario. And do you even want, if you think you can extend the play a little bit, how long do you extend the play before you just get out of bounds without trying to force something?
You wanted him to be himself, right? You don't want to like cross him up, multiple times, bro. Just you have a read, make a read. If he's open, throw it. If not, get rid of it. And let's save this down, and let's be able to play another down.
Yeah, but again, it's the same thing. So if it's 2nd and 7, you're still saying, don't risk it at this point. If you don't see it, get rid of it. You know what I mean? Throw it out of the end zone before you try to make something that's going to fit in that.
This is what I'm
tiny
doing.
window.
We got a 5-star kid, right?
Yeah.
A really, really good player. Let's put him down here at the bottom, one-on-one.
I see it right now.
Let's throw it to him.
I think I'm seeing a little bit of that
I'm
right
going to
now.
throw it to him 3 times in a row and say, make a play.
And he's got that inside leverage.
And they have too many guys on the field, throw it up to him. There it is.
So we got a dead ball foul.
They had too many guys on the field.
They ran 3 seconds off the clock, which are precious at this point.
Yeah, I'm going to say, hey, Lester, you got a fade. You got 1 fade.
Yeah.
Give me your best fade. Second play, hey, you got a slant. I need your best slant. And the third play, you got a fade.
Oh. Yep, she's all right. He's picking her stuff up for her. That's a nice thing, Francis.
He's a good guy.
He's a good man. Penalty on the Indians.
They had 12 men on the field. Start. They had 12 men on the field.
Yeah, it's now it's getting a little silly. Not that we don't deserve a lot of this stuff, but it's getting a little silly.
Hey, we got a 5-star kid who's legit, one of the best players in the country. Put him down here one-on-one.
Now they're talking about it.
Push the clock.
To what? 23? There we go. All right, so now it's 2nd and 12 from the 16-yard line. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, to be honest with you. You still got to get to the end zone, so. Glasser back, looking patiently. Another flag. What's the flag now?
Up top, the guy up top called it.
Offsides.
Okay.
And I get the 5 yards back.
All right, give me your best slant.
What time is it, about midnight?
8 o'clock tomorrow morning? Shoot.
Yeah.
It's almost 9:45, 9:40.
Now, back in the day, Trey, I used to run down to the locker room and I would give Coach Peacock the stats.
Yeah.
Now my new TV career, I don't get to do that stuff.
You're famous too. You get mobbed on the way down
there. If you want to see
there.
him get really mad, is me tell him that Armwood had 1 penalty in the 2nd quarter so far, and Venice has 8.
Wow, that was their first penalty of the whole.
Yeah.
Wow, jeez.
So that would be the. I don't know if I would even want to say it unless he asked me, because then he's going to have an axe to grind. So anyway, 2nd and 7. We're back to where we started before, but only we have same time.
Yeah, same time. Shoot.
Just a lot of
play clock's
wasted
going down.
energy.
5, 4.
Glasser back to throw.
Oh,
he's wide open.
Oh, no, he's not.
He
He
dropped
came
it.
off. What a play.
But he missed it.
Good play by the corner.
Yeah, I don't know if that was by design for him to drop off like that, but he did read it right, because he was playing a little loose on Chifo, and then you see him booming and just.
It's a good play.
He watched. Good play.
Good play. I can tell you he's not taught that. I can tell you that right now. It's just a guy making a play.
No. Maybe that Noah Chifo is a sophomore. Maybe he could have sold his route a little better, or something, so you don't get him. I'm sure they'll coach that up a little bit.
Here we go. Our player down here is better than your player.
3rd and 7. Boom, boom. He's kind of jammed up. Throws it. Back shoulder. Touchdown.
Flag.
And a flag. So it's a touch.
He didn't catch it.
What do we got here? Let's see what this is. So good throw. I mean, he makes a play right there. I know it's good. And he's pushing him out of bounds, and he is out of bounds, obviously. Yeah. Didn't catch it. So
what happens here? Where does the ball go?
15-yard penalty. It is not an automatic first down in high school. So the ball's at the 11 and it'll go to the 5.5, and it should be repeat 3rd down.
The faithful happy that we finally got a penalty called for us, I guess you could say.
So it's 3rd and 2 at the 6-ish. So Indians got
12 seconds.
12 seconds. Enough to get the 2 plays off that they would need. A little confusing, but we're still a little confused.
We got time.
Chifo's the tall kid over here. See if they're going to go high to him. Got to throw it. Got to throw it. That's it. That's the end of the half.
Only thing you can't do is that right there.
That's it. And you can't spike it on 4th down. You're done.
Don't spike it.
Can't spike it. It's
We're
4th down.
anyways. We're offsides anyways. Goodness.
That's okay. That's you gotta know. You gotta know. Is a flag? Is a flag on us or is
we're
a flag
offsides.
on them?
Lester wasn't set. He was on the defense side of the ball. Yeah, Lester wasn't set.
So it ends the way it started.
Yeah.
Sort of a calamity of a play. The one thing you couldn't do is run the football. The one thing you couldn't do is take a sack. You did both.
But it ends.
But
it ends. It ends. It's over. Locker room.
At
regroup.
half.
Yes.
27-12. We had, I think it was 12 penalties in the first half. So yeah, so that's a killer when you get 12 penalties
No
straight.
question.
And
For a whole game, that's a killer. 12.
One of our coaches in the booth just asking us how many penalties because he knew it was a lot, so I had to inform him of that. Let's do this. Let's regroup ourselves. I'll get my stats all worked out. We'll come back and watch a little band action, and we'll be back here at Powell Davis Stadium with Trey Burton and myself here in a few minutes. Hopefully, we'll look a little more.
It's over. It's over. New half.
Glasses
New
off.
half.
All right. See you back here shortly.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup,
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
It's the Out of This World sales event at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram, and we just launched the most stellar deals of the year. It's Jeep season, so blast off in the new Jeep Compass Limited from only $339 per month, or leave the world behind in the new Jeep Grand Cherokee from $429 per month. It's Ram season, so shoot for the stars in the new Ram 1500 Quad Cab from only $369 per month. Don't miss the Out of This World sales event going on now at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice. Who has Out of This World savings? Douglas does!
And we're back here after that fine performance by the Venice Indian Marching Band. And Trey got a few stats to throw your way. They're not very fun.
I would imagine.
They're just sort of like there. We'll start with Armwood. Let's go Armwood first. We can talk more about Venice after that. 26 carries, 168 yards rushing. However, I will preface this by saying that the fumble on the punt was a 24-yard loss for the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
So while it all counts under like sacks do and everything else, and there was a sack for 8, 32. It could easily be 32 more yards, which puts them at 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
So that takes care of that. Passing wise, not much. They're 2 for 4, passing for 18 yards. They did try to pass a few times and got sacked or ran the ball, but only four attempts for 2 completions and 18 yards. For the Indians on the rushing side of things, 14 carries, 47 yards. Alvin Johnson 3 carries for 6. Jamaris Wilder 4 carries for 8. Jaden Glasser 5 carries for 28 yards. And Charles Lester 1 for 3, and Ryan Downs 1 for 2 and a touchdown. As far as the passing game is concerned, we have Jaden Glasser 6 out of 14 for 122 yards and a touchdown. The long one being the 69-yard touchdown to Zakarl Lewis. And then receiving wise, Lewis had 4 catches, 1 touchdown, and for a total of 83 yards. We got Jamaris Wilder 1 catch for 14, and Ryan Matulovic 1 for 25. Big stat line as well. As we were going to halftime break, one of our coaches up here asked us how many penalties we had, and it's 12 penalties for 75 yards, which it should be way more than that when you think about it. But there are a lot of 5-yard penalties, lining up offsides, jumping offsides, kicking the ball out of bounds. Just sort of plays that emphasize sort of the malaise that the Indians really came out here in the first half and played under. I mean, if you're the head coach, are you in there and you're reading the riot act, or you're just trying to get them to get themselves focused and get back on the field?
First of all, I give all the credit to Armwood. They've come out and ran the ball extremely well, extremely efficient. Never had to really throw the ball, to threaten us at all. And they've stopped the run on their defensive side. Which, I mean, if they didn't stop the run, this game would have been running clock, game over. We'd probably be home by now, just because of how many points we would have scored. So they've executed. They've got their guys ready to play, and they're out executing us, from an offense and a defensive side of the ball.
In all phases right now, they're not making the mistakes. Yeah. And that's what happens. We're up here and we watch plays, and it has a bad call here, but it's only compounded for the fact that you're not playing well.
No question.
If you're playing well, these things are going to happen. They kind of even themselves out in some cases. Like we had a couple instances where there was extra downs. I'm like, oh, that's wrong. And then in a play where there was no play, which whatever that was all about. So there are things that are going on from both sides that equally sort of messed up in this case.
Sure.
But the idea is that the Indians are hitting them harder because they're just not playing very well. These 5-yard penalties are just mental
killing
mistakes.
Us. Before the play even starts, we didn't get a chance to run a play, and we're already penalized. 10 yards back, and now it's 1st and 20. It's impossible to start drives 1st and 20. But listen, we're going to be in this situation again at some point this year. Yep. So this is a chance for us to see what we're made of. Who are the leaders? What are we going to do? Your back's against the wall. Let's go play.
And listen, they're putting together a blueprint on how to beat the Venice Indians.
No question.
Right now.
No question.
And listen, I'll tell you this: over the years, when and maybe this is something that's been an extension of what other teams have done. Like Riverview did it for us a couple times. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, and then if whatever comes of it comes. But you're not going to give Venice an opportunity to get charged up.
I agree.
Those stat lines tell you there's nobody's been charged up.
Yeah.
There's you mentioned you got Charles Lester, you got Zakarl Lewis, you got Matulovic, Barksdale, all these different guys. Mm-hmm. They're not even sniffing the ball. They're not even getting the ball to them.
Not even an option.
Not to mention these two Division I running backs, Power 5 guys, have 14 yards combined right now. So this is a lot of the stuff that's happening, and I think right now you're fortunate to be only down 27 to. I thought it was 27 to 12.
12, yes, correct.
Yeah, 27 to 12. But the idea is, I said 27 to 12, and I think that you could have scored there at the end, and you would have got the ball back, and you could have been in a position to tie this game up.
It's a game changer if you score before the half.
Absolutely right.
Especially with getting the ball back. But this is football, right? You do this really well. I'm gonna try to take it away as much as I can. I have the athletes. I have the guys that are able to stop you. This is what we're gonna do.
I'd love to see them come out and just reestablish themselves or reset here in the start of the second half. You're getting the ball back, reset the whole thing. Let's say looking at it down 15, it's not unsurmountable. You can score quickly,
fast.
But I think an offense is going to set the tone. But I'm going to tell you, if the defense can't stop the run,
We have no shot.
No shot to win this game at all. If they have to figure something out, get off blocks, do something that's going to allow Venice to get the offense back in the field. Eli C did a great job with that interception.
Unbelievable.
In the first half.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I can't stop thinking about that. I mean, it looked like he pogo sticked off of someone's back.
And the thing is, when you do something like that, you're reading the play, but you got to that ball's coming at you at a pretty decent clip, and you got to be able to get up there, knock that ball sort of down to yourself, and then be prepared for having. There was big number 75, all about 330 pounds of him, waiting to pounce on him, and he held on to that ball nicely. So, yeah, I mean, and again, we have here people coming in and out here saying about the size of their offensive line. Man, everybody's that big these days. Any school with big numbers in it, you got guys who are finding the biggest guys they can find, and weighing 300 pounds in high school is not something that's jaw-dropping anymore.
I am surprised though by how they're able to move. They're getting out on the edge, they're kicking out, they're pulling underneath. They're doing an unbelievable job of fitting the blocks as well as you possibly could fit it. And I mean, let's face it, Armwood had the best half of football they could have ever had against Venice.
Absolutely. And like I said, and of course, what happens with that is that Venice also allows them to have the best half of football they've had.
Of course.
Because of what sort of the mistakes and the little issues here. Now, if we talked about we fully expect Armwood to come out and run the football again. Do they come out and change some things up? Do they give you a different look or whatever they do? Or do you just stay the same and say?
I would stay the same. Venice really hasn't stopped them on any of the run play. I mean, obviously from up here, it's so easy to say, do this and do that, and it would be over. But I mean, it looks like they're running a zone, and then they're running a down on the round by the offensive line, and they've been killing Venice with that. So I don't think you change anything.
I wonder too with a little bit of that stuff we saw a little bit of a tell on the right tackle.
Yeah, being back. Being the back stance.
I would imagine that Coach Shannon may have seen the same thing. If we're seeing, usually they see the same thing. So we'll see if that helps out a little bit.
We should be in for a special half, like a really special half of football.
Well, I'm hoping for it.
Two good teams.
I'm hoping it gets. So it's 10 o'clock.
Whew.
We might have a curfew situation going on here. My curfew. All right, with that, we're going to take a break before the start of the second half. We'll be back here at Powell Davis Stadium with the second half of football. Hopefully it's going to be exciting, and hopefully it's Venice victory. We'll see what happens. We'll be back here in a little bit.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
and a dealership that tackles the competition,
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
And we're set here for the opening or the second half kickoff Hawks are kicking off to the Indians. And really, back deep doesn't even make a difference at this point. I'd like to tell you it's Charles Lester, but I'm not sure we're going to kick off past the 40-yard line all game.
I'm telling you this right now. If I am Armwood, 1,000% kicking the ball onside.
I mean, that's what I thought earlier. I said I would do it because, what's the gain? 10 yards to kick it down the field and squib it down there?
Oh, he's going the opposite way.
So he sees somebody that maybe they want to kick the ball to. And it's just...
Yeah. Hold on to the ball.
That is number 23, Griffin Gassotti, who had actually a pretty good kickoff return in the game. Last game, he had a good on the opening kickoff, so he did a good job with that.
When they kick it to those up back guys, just all you hope for is just hold on to the ball because they're not used to they're not used to carrying it. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, just hold on to it.
They always fumble it around a little bit. Now, your onside thing, you're only what'd you gain? 3 yards.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would do the same.
All right, same defense from Armwood.
47-yard line handoff to Johnson, and he breaks out, and he's got a nice first yard gain. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
We got one.
He wiped out half the bench too. So all of a sudden now you're looking at it and you say a good run, and now you tack on 15 to that. That's a big play right there.
A positive play to start the drive.
Right.
Wow. Good things happen. Positive play. Start the drive.
So the ball was spotted initially at the 38-yard line of the Hawks. So it was a 15-yard run for Johnson, then at a 15-yard play. So a 30-yard play, 1st and 10 down to the Hawk 24-yard line.
Here goes Venice, ready to run a play fast, like usual.
Good to go.
Oh, my goodness. Offsides.
What, did the horn bother them? Everybody jumped. The whole left side jumped. So, looks like the horn caused the line to
Never
jump.
heard of that.
Never heard of that either.
Goodness.
Alvin Johnson again almost broke it out of there.
Great job by the offensive line.
Brought down by number 17. Leiden Brush must be Rise Brush brother.
Great
Ball
job by
is
the
up
offensive
to
line.
the 18-yard line.
So it looks like they're running. Venice is going to run to the right, and then the running back and both right side offensive linemen are pulling to the left.
Glasser with a run down to the 15-yard line. So he's going to be a yard short.
Armwood guy down.
Yeah, he's kind of holding his leg there. So 3rd and, where's the ball spotted? At the 15-yard, so 3rd and 1. An injured player right now on the field, getting assisted by, it's a cramp. All right, that's good news. Yeah, because once you see the Venice staff peel off and you see the coach getting that leg bent out there a little bit,
The patented stretch, the patented cramp stretch right there.
Yeah, and listen, you talk about cramps and everybody's like, oh, why do you don't hydrate enough? Irregardless, when it happens, that hurts.
Like a knife is in your leg.
That is a pain that you have. That if you've never had it happen to you, I'm sure most of everybody out there has had.
Do you watch? Sorry,
it's tough.
Do you watch a lot of soccer at all, by any chance?
I watch enough to see a lot of guys go down with cramps.
So I mean, what's up? Why don't we use the freeze spray they use? The little magical freeze spray. They spray it once or twice, and they're up and running.
I think it's only available in Europe.
Oh, gotcha. Understandable. Now I understand.
We go the other route. We go physical therapy. We don't use chemicals. So score again is 27-12. I know it says on our graphic 27-18, but it is 27-12.
No running back in the game.
It is 3rd and a long one. He says 2, but maybe a long one. Glasser with the keeper. Nice run. Keeps right up the back of his lineman and powers down inside the 10-yard line for the 1st down.
Good block by the fullback. Big, what is that, 65.
65. He's done well on that.
Good.
He's doing a really good job. So it's 1st and goal at the 9.
Same play?
I would think. And that's Glasser down inside the 5. Tackled by a bunch of Hawks. So we're going to give him another 5-yard gain. So it's 2nd and goal from the 4, and Indians are in that fast offense. Glasser again looking patiently.
Get in there.
Just a little short. Give him to the 1, maybe 1.5 yard line.
Yeah.
So he is, I'll give him a 2-yard gain. We'll call it 3rd and goal. We'll call from the 2. Do you do a little counter play here?
Same play. He went inside this time. He got it.
He got pushed in.
Awesome.
Touchdown. There's the old, that's the old Jalen Hurts play there a little bit.
It is.
Kind of came around him a little bit, and there's this number 67 for the Indians, Lucasero, going in and pushing him in the end zone. So 2-yard run for Jaden Glasser. Quickly, less than 2-minute drive, and Indians are a 2-point conversion away from being down 9.
I mean, this is a huge 2-point conversion, right? What's the score?
It's now 27-18.
Okay.
He's kicking an extra point. No, 12 people on the field.
Substitution.
So, kind of maybe got a little confused with the 2-point conversion versus the kickoff, or the extra point.
What's the benefit of kicking the ball right now?
I don't know. Again, it's going to make it an 8-point game if he kicks the.
But if we go for 2 and we get it, it's a 7-point game, right?
True.
Yeah, nice
He
kick.
kicked it. That was a good.
Wow.
Well, you just don't know. Extra point. Kane Judson is good. He kicked it like he was. I mean,
he would have kicked that over the high school.
Yeah, that's NFL height on that thing. So once again, 10:02 or 10:14 left in the 3rd quarter. Your score: Hawks 27, Indians 19. And Trey, that's what you wanted right there. You got that play.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that wasn't you had that figured out a little bit before. Now let's see what the defense can do.
I agree. What a strong performance by the offensive line right there. I mean, literally every play was based on them. Those are our guys.
Line up on your man, and we're going to push you down the field.
Yep.
Which is sort of what the Hawks have been doing. So let's see if we can figure it out.
And we honestly ran the same plays that the Hawks have been running, the down, and the round a couple times.
Right. So Judson now to kick off, see if he can get something maybe a little deeper, or let's see what he does here. Now a little pooch. Fair catch. Well, ball's at the 35 no matter what.
Yeah.
So we're going to find it there. So good little pooch kick. Made him make a play. But ball is still sort of spotted at where it's been spotted at the last few times. Sometimes we take it for granted in high school that kickers just come out of the ground and they just plant another one.
We've had some good ones here, really good ones here.
Really good. And so when you don't have them, it's sort of, it makes everybody sort of, pensive. They're a little worried. Brush still a quarterback. Pringle in the backfield. Hand off to Pringle. Picks his way through for a 7-yard gain. Patient running by Pringle right there behind his big offensive line. Brought down by, looks like Fleming and one of our, I'll give Daly and Jones a tackle on that as well. One of those two guys was making the tackle. So 2nd and 3.
They've got 7 offensive linemen in the game. Down in the round. See if we stop it. There we go.
They did. That time Eli Jones made the play. Nice play by him. Jordan Joseph also in on the tackle on that play. I think he's in there for Lee at this point.
So what it looks like they're doing now on the defensive side, instead of taking on the block, they're wrong shouldering. So putting their opposite shoulder
What you
through.
said, yeah.
3rd down.
So 3rd down and 1.
Cover 0. There's nobody deep. One-on-one, man-to-man on our 2 corners.
And they're taking their time. 11 seconds on the play clock. They're in no rush. They get a 1st down here. They're going to burn, 2 or 3 more minutes off the clock.
Yep.
Indians lined up, and they got 5 defensive linemen, and Pringle
man.
breaks out. What you just didn't want to see.
Nobody had contained.
Nope, not a chance. So right down the field, and a well-designed run for a 56-yard touchdown for the Hawks.
Minute and 10 seconds it took them.
So it kind of negates the Indian play there. Carter Dalton got caught a little inside on that one, and then there was nobody left to make a play.
Man, he's fast.
He's good. He's a good player.
Really good.
Junior running back. He was a leading rusher for them last year as a sophomore. So he's doing a good job. The 42, Parker Carlton in for the extra point. He missed his last one. See if he can get his mojo back. And it's a flag. Or is it good? I heard whistles.
Yeah, it was early, right? Early whistle.
Yeah, but I guess it wasn't anything to do with the extra point is good. So with your score, now it's 34, Hawks 34, Indians 19. We'll take a break and see if the Indians can match that last score. Be back here shortly.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice,
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member.
And we're back for the kick. Let's see another squib kick. And kick it deep this time. All right, Charles Lester going to get it at 8-yard line. Ahead of steam.
Uh-oh.
Got the
Nobody at the
outside.
edge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Can he get past 22? He does, and gets it inside the Hawks territory. No flags on the play. That was a little brave, right?
Take it. I don't know why they would do that.
I don't know either. That's surprising more than anything. I wouldn't think they want to go deep. So he's got to give him a 47-yard return and gives Indians good field position. First and 10 at the Hawk 45-yard line.
Let's see if we just go back to the bread and butter, what we've been doing.
Glasser and Wilder in the backfield.
Down,
Wilder on
around.
the carry. In, run, just keeping his feet.
Man, he ran so hard.
Give him a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. He does run hard. By the way, the referee helps out a little bit on the sideline here. He was telling Barksdale he was covered.
Yeah.
And that's I think what was going on earlier. He was covered up and he wasn't bubbling out enough. Wilder again on the carry. Quick cut upfield. Brought down by number 7, Rashad Godfrey.
It's hard as a wide receiver because you look inside and you see an offensive lineman and you're like, oh, shoot, we're good. You know, because we're doing offensive lineman over, you know, making it an uneven front from an offensive standpoint. So you look inside and you see a 64 number. You're like, okay, cool. That's an offensive lineman. It's actually the tight end.
Right. Yeah, no, that's exactly right. They got the extra blocker in there. So now they're up on the line again. You got to back off. Wilder with the carry. Man. He is short.
3 straight same plays.
Yeah, now you got number 5 defensive lineman. But you got, I mean, what is there? 9 guys, 8 guys up on the line of scrimmage.
I mean, yeah, it's 3 plays, the same exact play in a row, back to back to back to back.
So loss of a yard brings up 4th and 2. And I'm not sure you can afford to have another go out, not get the first down here. Nobody jumped. Glasser was trying to get them off sides. I don't know. I like Glasser on the short yardage more than I like because he just seems like he's got that big body. Nope.
Flag. Throw a flag. He's holding them.
They're not going to call it, and it wasn't even close. It was a good 7 feet over his head. So incomplete pass goes over on downs to the Hawks. They get over on the ball on the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see if the Indian defense can hold him back or hold him up. There was a 3 and out or a 4 and out on that one.
Yeah. I mean, the only positive is that we didn't take much time off the clock.
No.
Less than a minute, probably.
Exactly. I'm not sure why. I mean, just question a little bit. Maybe, Glasser had the was making the yardage on the last drive.
Yeah.
Big guy, you know what I mean? Lean, get the push behind him a little bit.
I mean, we're not even.
You got Pringle out here to the right. It's a little different formation for them. Hand off to 4. That's the guy that they call the athlete.
Fast.
He's a fast kid. He's a guy who can break it. Galloway and Seed on the tackle.
Seed is on the stop. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Held into a 3-yard gain. 40. Yeah, number 4, that's Anderson, senior athlete, as they have him as a description for him. Go back to Pringle here. He's been a workhorse, and they do go to Pringle.
Yep.
Picks his way through, and he's not just he's looking, but then he finds something and gets that extra 2 or 3 yards.
No question.
Every single time.
I don't think he's fell backwards once yet all game.
On that play, you had Fleming, the safety, up within a few yards of the line of scrimmage. So the Indians are sneaking him up.
Same formation. See what happens.
2 yards to go.
See if someone can get off a block here.
And they're taking their time, I guess. Which you think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah. So the coach is giving them the right play, the best play for this defense. They just run the zone.
Pringle, he's off.
Oh my goodness.
And that's again he's just getting through this. Nobody getting off their blocks at all. He's going to do this all night. This is the worst case scenario for the Indians right now. Fleming with two bad tackles on that one. He's inside the Indian 50-yard line to the 47.
I mean, we got to have someone come out of the game, right? Oh, there he goes, right there. I didn't see him.
1st and 10 at the 47. Timeout, water break. Yeah, timeout, water break.
Wow.
And we'll take a break as well. Be back here at Powell Davis Stadium with 5:24 left in the 3rd quarter.
It's the Out of This World sales event at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram, and we just launched the most stellar deals of the year. It's Jeep season, so blast off in the new Jeep Compass Limited from only $339 per month, or leave the world behind in the new Jeep Grand Cherokee from $429 per month. It's Ram season, so shoot for the stars in the new Ram 1500 Quad Cab from only $369 per month. Don't miss the Out of This World sales event going on now at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice. Who has Out of This World savings? Douglas does!
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash.
So we're back here. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. That is Boyd in motion.
Oh,
there's Anderson again up the middle, tripped up by Lee.
so Venice is going with a different defensive front look. Hopefully that can stop him.
Trying something.
Slow him down a little bit.
Guarantee they got to try something. Ball's not even spotted yet, so now everybody's getting a little lazy.
Goodness.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. We got a timeout for the referee. What could it be? What could it be?
He's going to the wrong guy.
They're talking about the spot, or they're talking about... Oh, so there's just a chatter in the press box that he might have got knocked down. So he's making sure he's okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, nice that his buddy all the way on the side of the field called timeout for him,
Holy
right?
crap.
And now they get 25 more seconds to burn off the clock. So
I was about to say, we just had a timeout. There's no way he's tired.
plus for Armwood.
All right, so they're bringing the guy over there to block this guy.
He was going up field before that play was over. And there we go.
Ooh.
Anderson stopped in the backfield. Good play by Eli Jones. Let's see who got penetration there first. There's Lee forcing the play out. Ashari Charles gets him back inside, and Lee and Jones mop it up.
Athletic play by Lee right there. You know, forcing them to go out and then getting back up and making the play.
So what's the play? What's the penalty?
Declined, regardless.
So we declined a penalty. So a loss of 4 brings up. That's about maybe a loss of 5.
I'm trying to figure out what Armwood's doing here. I mean, they've been so successful with the same exact plays. Why would you switch it up?
I tend to agree with you on that.
Third down.
Good, yes. So 3rd down, see if the Indians can hold the Hawks here. See if they throw. They do not. And they almost got the 1st down. Papatanakis on the tackle. Ooh, they just running straight at right up the
middle. He's not even cutting.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing really for him to read. He's just running straight down the middle. A gap.
So 7.
Huge 4th down. I mean, understatement.
4th and 4. And they got him that time.
There we go. Huge stop by the defense there.
That was Lee with help from Daly and Papatanakis. So Lee kind of stepped up and showed a little energy there for the Indians.
Yeah. Let's see who we're going to lean on here on the offensive side of the ball. I'm telling you, man, we've got to be able to beat cover 0. We have to.
I agree.
You can't win a football game not beating cover 0. They're literally blitzing every single person on defense except for 3 guys that are covering our 3 wide receivers.
1st and 10 Indians at the 30, their own 39. We got Lewis down here one-on-one. He got behind the earlier in the game.
Yeah.
Johnson on the carry. Mixed men miss.
They have an extra guy. They have an extra guy there.
And he's the athlete. He's that number 9 who plays both sides of the ball. He's a player. There's no doubt about it.
They got a bunch of players over there. A bunch of good guys.
So a 6-yard gain for Alvin Johnson. It'd be 2nd and 4.
But man, you watch the replay and we got 2 offensive linemen not even touching people.
I know.
Down the field,
I've seen a lot of that tonight. I was just waiting to see, but I see a lot of standing around. Glasser takes a snap, go back to pass, looking, nobody open, rolls to his right, gets rid of the ball. Good play. I mean, he could have rolled out, but he just,
See another down.
See another down is right. Almost could have been a holding penalty too on the guard. Sort of looked like he got a hold of him pretty easily.
See another down. I mean, you got to give these guys credit. They're one-on-one down here at the bottom with the wide receiver. It doesn't matter what wide receiver is down here at all.
Yeah,
one-on-one.
He didn't get off the line at all on that one. Oh, we moved again. They didn't call it. Wow. Okay. So it looked like the tight end, quote unquote, moved, and then he moved the ball back. So we're going to be real close to a first. They're calling it a first down. Yep, they're calling it a first down.
That's enough for another first down.
All right, 1st and 10 at the Indian 49-yard line. Alvin Johnson on the carry again, and he loses a yard this time. They're just in the backfield right now. And it's all different numbers. It's number 1, it's number 9, it's number 7. They're all back there. So we got a late flag here.
Personal foul down here at the bottom.
I think they're going to call it on both players. I think he's pointing both directions and calling out their numbers, but they've been, the thing about it is that's my opinion. You've seen them do it for like 4 plays in a row. Why didn't you stop it before?
I hear you.
Why didn't you? Why are you going to wait till you can throw a penalty? I mean, it makes no sense.
It's kind of been on par for this guy down here though all night.
Yeah, it's just it's sort of letter of the law kind of thing. So what do we got here? Personal foul, Hawks. Personal foul, Indians. They don't mean nothing.
Replay? Replayed it down?
Yeah, it'd be first down. Well, they're calling first down, but what are we doing? So, yeah, it goes back to being first down. So we wasted a little time, is what happened. Yeah. That's the deal.
All right, someone's got to make a play. Oh, my goodness. Offsides on the offense. The center picked the ball up when the whistle blew.
So what is it just the whistle and the cannon? What else could distract you?
Well, I think what we're going to have to do here after this is we're not going to put our hand on the ball until they blow the play in. And then once they blow the play in, then we get set. Because we're set way before the play's even blown in, you know what I'm saying, typically.
Man, I'll tell you, I'd be in practice. I'd be blasting horns.
Everything.
Doing everything. You don't have to worry about that. Glasser with, Smith. Lewis, I'm sorry. Got Lewis down the field open. Just overthrew him a little bit. Again, he's still on his back foot a little bit, throwing things a little high.
He had him wide open, too.
2nd down at 15.
46 seconds left in the third.
You love to see, so that what they're doing, Armwood now, they're putting their best corner in number 11 and keeping them down here. Back earlier, he was running with, screen.
There we go, screen. Make one block. Make one block.
He's
there
got
you
it.
go.
He's got it. He's got it.
Don't do anything backside. Don't do anything silly.
It looked like he tried to cut back, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. He could run to the corner.
Run to the pylon, and he was scored a touchdown.
I thought he was gone. First down, Indians.
Look, it run to the right.
Yeah, he was like,
shoot.
Ball is down to the 17-yard line. That's Johnson on the carry.
Still got 2 minutes left in this quarter.
Picks up 5. 2nd and 5, down to the 12. Glasser keeps it. Good read. Good play.
Oh, nice. Love that.
Yes,
Physical.
absolutely. First down.
Just get up on the ball and run it again.
First and goal, Indians.
Not cramping.
At the, we got down to the 4-yard line, so 8-yard gain for Jaden Glasser. And we're gonna have a little bit of a timeout here for a cramp. Let's stay here for see how quick this. Well, actually, no. Let's take a break right here. Come back and we'll see if the Indians can punch this in from the 4-yard line. Be back at Powell Davis Stadium after these messages.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
Back here at Powell Davis Stadium, and we want to say a big shout out to all the fans out there watching our broadcast tonight here on BSN. I know for a fact, Trey, that we got somebody from Idaho watching the game.
Do we really?
Somebody's in Idaho watching this ball game, and I know there's guys, alumni all over the state of Florida and out of the state watching this game. So shout out to all the alumni, all the fans, all the grandparents and parents and friends and cousins watching the players tonight. Appreciate you guys watching us, and we'll hope for doing a good enough job to get you guys a little entertained as well. So first and goal from the 4-yard line. Hand off to Alvin Johnson. Kind of pokes around and not really going anywhere.
Little whistle. That's like one of the worst feelings when you're getting held up by a bunch of guys, and then like a lot of times they pick you up off the ground, and you're a big man, and you're getting picked up off the ground by other people. It's miserable.
So I'm gonna say no gain on that one. Second and goal at the 4. I like Downs here if he keeps it. There we go. Ryan Downs, touchdown.
Good call.
Oh,
throw a flag. You can't suplex the guy.
That's now. All right. See, here's the deal, guys. You got the penalty. Now you don't do anything else to offset it. You don't do anything offset it. I get it.
We're good.
Stand up
We're
for your
good.
guy. He's got that. He's got a good lean.
See, I'd love to put that ball away, man. You chicken wing it, dude. All they got to do is just sneeze on the ball, and the ball comes out.
Yeah. And that's the pulling guard right there saying, don't be doing that to my boy.
Yeah.
So Downs with a second touchdown of the night, 4-yard touchdown run, which puts the Indians to 33-25.
So you take the penalty on the kickoff, obviously. You don't want it on the 2-point conversion.
You don't need it on 2-point. That's only half the distance of the goal, or 34-25. And we're going for 2 here. I think that's a good deal. I still like Downs. Or can you do a little, like that little drop step, throw something maybe?
Yeah.
You got one receiver. You got Matulovic out to the right. Do you get somebody out of the backfield?
A little counter.
No, he didn't get it. It wasn't even close.
Goodness. Man.
So yeah, it looks like it kind of a little held up right there, and then just.
But here's the negative of that: we don't have a field goal kicker.
Right.
Right. So now we got to score 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's basically. Well, he did kick a good extra point there before, but 2-point conversion was no good. With that, we'll take a quick break and come back here for the kickoff. Hopefully, Indians can hold the Hawks on this next drive. Be back here shortly.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
And the 15-yard personal foul is being assessed on the kickoff. So Indians will be kicking off from the Hawks 45. Now, do you kick an extra? Do you do onside here?
1,000%.
What's to lose? The ball's been only at the 35-yard line the whole time. So even if they're ready for it, there it is. And you got it.
Oh, he didn't get it. We had everybody there except for one guy. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, and here's the scary part. If 16 gets
on his feet,
he's gone.
Oh, my goodness. Look at
I
this.
mean, watch. And so there's the kicker. He's losing his balance, and he's the guy supposed to catch it. Now, it almost didn't make it. It would have been close to where the spot was, but that just.
But then on the other side, like, yeah, obviously the kicker should have got the ball, but there was only 2 guys that Armwood had in the middle of the field, and we had 10 guys running at the 2 guys, right? So, I mean, you got to block the 2 guys.
Exactly.
If you take the 2 guys out, then there's nobody to recover the kick.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's this. I mean, if it's going to go wrong right now, it's going to go wrong.
It's going wrong. That's for sure. How many passes do we have for the Armwood on the whole entire game?
They have not thrown the ball four passes the whole game, and they haven't thrown the ball once in this half. So why would they?
I agree.
At this point, it's 50-50 proposition with Pringle. He's about to take you to the house every other time he touches it. Get another little conversation here. For nothing. So we got that taken care of. Nothing happened. So 1st and 10, Hawks at their own 37-yard line.
Down to the round.
Pringle patiently picks his way. Brought down by Lee. And looks like another.
Missed two wrong arms.
Yeah.
2 to 3.
Give him 4 on that play. 2nd and 6. The 41-yard line. Again to Pringle. Again patient and boom, pops it.
Yep.
4 yards. Bum. Like nothing. Brought down by Galloway, and I'll give it a little help to Seed there as well. So 3rd and 1. It doesn't look like 5 yards, but it is every time. He's just. And again, he's taking he's a little deeper in that sort of that I formation, and he just waits and waits, and then sees whatever is moving and puts right behind him, and that's about all you have to do at this point.
And for whatever reason, the live stream time is not correct. There's 23, 22, 21 seconds left.
Yeah, it's picking up on the digits, the hundredths of a second.
Oh, they're calling a first down. They got here at the bottom.
Now he clearly made it. Seed Lee on the tackle. He got rolled up on the. You see right on our replay, he got rolled up pretty good.
Francis, can we see it one more time, please? Shout out to Francis.
Yeah, getting the extra our quick replays. Right here at the bottom of the line, kind of locked up with the Shari, and then the Powell gets pushed back here. There he goes, 76.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
He's all right. He just got a little, probably scared him more than anything else. So a gain of 2 gets the first down for the Hawks.
10 seconds.
That should be it should wind it, and it should end the quarter, I think. Yeah, that should do it. All right, with that, your score going into the fourth. Hawks 34, Indians 25. Looking forward to an exciting fourth quarter. Hopefully we'll do it before midnight.
Yeah, right? Goodness.
With that, we'll take a break right here and come back here to Powell Davis Stadium for our fourth quarter.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
And we're back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Hawks 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line.
Oh,
Pringle
man.
on the carry.
Get him.
No, that's the big number 9. That's Dean, and he didn't go very far. That's Dalen Platt leading the tackle with the help of a bunch of his buddies.
Nice. Great job by who's
Actually,
that?
that's Judson who kind of initiated the tackle, but yeah, Jones finished it up. So I'll give Judson a little love on that one as well.
Yeah. Great job by keeping his outside shoulder free right there and setting the edge and making him go back inside to where all the guys are running at.
And Dean is still on the ground. He's the guy playing both sides of the ball. He's been pretty spectacular on defense, and he's got some cramps as well. So they gave him a no gain on that one. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but making it 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Those calf cramps, I know we talked about it earlier, nothing fun about it.
No, there's nothing. The relief, I'll tell you this. So once that cramp is gone, you're still not good for a little bit. You know, it's like,
And it's going to happen again.
That's the point. You're like, when is it going to happen again?
You can't get the fluids in you fast enough for it to not happen again.
I think the only way you get rid of them is with an IV.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
it. Otherwise, you'll be all game.
It's kind of like you know me. I'm a big fisherman. You
Yeah.
get seasick, it's a wrap, bro. You're gonna be seasick the whole entire time you're out there.
I've had either the misfortune or good fortune of recouping enough to be able to sit up, not do anything more, but just be able to sit up because. You know, when you get seasick, it looks like feel like somebody tacked your head to the seat of the whatever, or where you're laying down.
Of course.
So I've had that opportunity to get up and be like able to sit there. But if somebody says, "Hey, man, you want to fish?" It's not. You look at him like you must be nuts. I am not doing that by any stretch of the imagination. So, yeah, actually, our PA announcer just announced that Coach Brian Wheelie got his 700th win for our Venice volleyball team on Tuesday.
It's amazing.
It's a long time, and
It's amazing.
that's a lot of success. I mean, that 700 wins, you know, on top of the 23 district championships in a row. I mean, that's, you know, it's not the same district every year.
Yeah.
So you're playing different teams, and you're playing different caliber of teams, and you're I mean, that's really impressive.
For sure.
We both know Brian pretty well, and he's a different cat, though.
No, no
He's a
question.
different
You
cat.
got to be though. You know what I mean, to be that successful.
He does, and he'll tell you, I read this book, or I did this, or I did. And you give him credit because he definitely is keeping it fresh, not only for the girls, but for himself as well. You know what I mean?
It's funny, man. Like people ask me all the time, how is Venice so good? You know, and it's not just football. They're unbelievable at baseball.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable at volleyball. You know, multiple different sports. And honestly, like in my opinion, it starts in the off season.
Yeah.
These guys and these women, they train so hard.
I totally
like
agree.
people have no clue how hard these guys train. You know, people have no clue the off-season program that Wheatley puts the girls through is unbelievable.
Well, I made to mention to Brian a while ago. You know, we were just talking about some stuff when we opened up our wellness center, which is basically our week.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh, what's going to be for football?" Only because back in the day, baseball players didn't work out. But some sports they did a little bit, but not real specific. But the first team I saw in there was volleyball.
Yeah, I believe it.
He got that facility and he put it together, and I'd be out there and maybe those girls would be taking that like a medicine ball or a heavy ball, and they'd be throwing it against the wall or throwing it against the ground. I mean, all day. And I'm like, and they were the ones. They were They were the ones side by side with the football team using that facility to the max. So congratulations to Brian and all his successes. All right, back out of the timeout here. 2nd and 10 for the Hawks, and
Too many
we
guys?
got a penalty. Too many guys for who? For Armwood.
He's counting them right now. How you going to throw a flag and then count?
Oh, no, they're all 11 on 11.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just throw a flag and then start counting.
And here we go. Back at it again. Set the clock again, 25 seconds. And there is Pringle again, looking to go outside.
Nice,
He does.
Good.
And, oh, good play.
Good tackle.
That's Lee again. That's a really nice tackle by Lee because he got past the first wave of Venice
Watch Lester
Indians.
up here. Watch Lester at the top of the screen. Watch him force the ball inside. He comes in like a cannon, coming out of a cannon. Look at this right there.
Yep.
Boom, force the ball back inside. All your guys are inside. He doesn't make the tackle, right? But he gets it to the other guys.
He did force the play. You're absolutely right. It's a good play by Charles Lester.
You love seeing stuff like that, especially from guys like him, you know?
Right. So So 3rd and 7 from the Indian 49-yard line.
Oh, there we go. Now they got 12 guys.
It was the play early. That's all. He had the penalty, but it was a play early.
I feel like deja vu.
For everybody out there in TV land, our clock on our scoreboard right here, on our crawl here, is automated. So what happens is it picks up the number off the screen, and it's having a little hard time getting it up there. So just be patient with it. I'll try to update you as much as I can here in the 4th quarter as to what the time is. So we appreciate your patience. 3rd and 12 for the Hawks. And there's Pringle. He busts it outside and trips up. Good play by Carter Dalton.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to break it a little more after that initial, but Dalton must have just got him on his top of his foot, which he did, just enough to knock his balance off.
Yep. Man, this is huge right here.
He got the 5 back that he lost earlier, or on the penalty. So 4th and 7 at the Venice 49. They try to draw him off sides a little here.
Yeah, I don't know. See, he punted it. Wow, watch out! Don't let it hit you, bro.
You don't know,
dude.
Oh my
literally
goodness.
almost hit him in the back of the head.
Oh, Coach Shannon is letting him know about it too. There's no, I mean, if you don't, why would you even look for it?
Run to the sideline.
You're not doing anything except beating it.
I mean, goodness, bro. That was 2 feet away from hitting him in the back of the head. All right, regardless, that's over. Here we go.
Real quick, so there was a against Armwood, kind of remind me. We were on a comeback at a playoff game in Armwood, and we punted the ball, went straight up in the air, and one of our kids were hustling downfield and hit him right on top of the head. And that's what lost us the game. Jeez. So wouldn't that have been ironic if it happened again against the Hawks? All right, Venice Indians 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
We need 2 scores, so you got to score pretty fast.
Let's see what the Indians can do. Glasser hands off to Johnson, gets wrapped up and moves the pile, still moving his feet and his legs, and gets out to about the 19-yard line, maybe the 20. They're marking at the 20, so a 4-yard gain for Alvin Johnson.
Is that the band making that noise?
I guess there's some noises that are emanating. We don't want to make our guys jump off highs any more than we already have with loud noises.
I'm throwing this thing deep.
Glasser takes a snap, looking,
Screen.
throws, hits Lewis. Nice little catch right there.
See, in my opinion, he's too far away from the offensive lineman to run that play.
I got you.
Doesn't give the guys enough time to get all the way out there. I mean, he caught the ball and he still's got 10 yards to get out there to block
I'm going
him.
to give him 4 yards on the catch. 3rd and 2 for the Indians. Looking over the sideline for the play. I like Glasser here with the run. Keep it.
Oh, offsides, offense. Man. Man, oh, man.
And there's once again, the Indians are their own worst enemy in this situation. I mean, it's like are they just anticipating the snap? Are they not used to being in that long? I don't know what it is. So 3rd and 7, and I think they would have made that first down easy. I think Glasser was going to make that one. So
You got to throw it now, right?
The 19, I would think so.
Cover 0.
What are we doing now?
Timeout.
Timeout Venice. All right, with that, we'll take a break. I think I need a break right now.
Man.
It's been a tough one.
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
It's been a tough one. With 8:48 left in the game, 34-25, Armwood's ahead, and we'll take a quick break. For the Indians. Glasser fakes the handoff, throws. Oh, my goodness. Looks like he hit Barksdale right in the hands and just did not bring it in here. I mean,
we got to go for it.
Yeah, that's one of those plays that I don't know how you know, I mean, they're going to tell you to catch the ball, but sometimes the hands, they get them all kind of cockeyed. Sometimes you got to just catch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know that. I mean, heck.
I hear you.
4th and 7 on the 19. Indians are going for it. Glasser looking to throw.
Got him.
Got him down.
Score.
Got Lewis. Down inside Armwood territory. Nice throw and catch right there. And he put air on it, stepped into it.
Yep.
Boom.
Confident with that one.
That was a nice play.
That might have been his most confident throw all night.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, you love seeing that from the quarterback, though, right?
Yep.
And when you need him the most, make a play.
Making a play. So the ball is marked down at the 42-yard line.
Oh, we got to get going here.
So 39-yard pitch and catch.
Get on the ball.
Glasser kind of reverse back to Wilder. Makes one man miss, but
and he's strong.
He is. 2-yard gain out of a play that just did not look like it was going to go anywhere. Oh, no, thought we had maybe another injury, but we're back up and at it. 8:06 left in the
Would love to see him throw it again, man. Would love to see him throw it again.
Well, that was great. That was cover zero, you said, and he just
They're all
ran
cover.
past
I mean, this every time has been cover zero.
Wilder, the handoff. Takes it up to the 35-yard line, brought down by Williams.
Williams and Bush on the stop.
All right, here we go.
3rd and 3.
Johnson's coming in the game.
3rd and 3.
The Armwood 35.
Would love to see him throw it again.
So we got nobody down here, except that 64 being the tight end.
Yeah.
Barksdale with a slant. You know, he's Glasser with the carry.
Oh, yeah.
Breaks free. One man to beat. Trips him up.
Out of bounds?
I think you get him out of bounds.
Okay.
Good run.
Takes it down to the Armwood 15-yard line for another. Venice first down.
The ball is spotted about the 14-yard line?
Yeah.
15. 20-yard gain. Handoff to Johnson. Cuts back. Nowhere to go. Stopped in there by big number 96, Justin Diaz.
Williams and Buckhall.
Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd 11 from the Armwood 16-yard line. Glasser takes a snap. Again, hands off to Johnson.
Goodness.
And nowhere to go. Number 40, Jonathan Lattimore.
Got to throw it eventually.
I don't know what.
Got to throw it eventually, man.
So loss of 2. 3rd and 13 from the.
See, I would just sit in this and throw it.
Oh. Nice throw, but
Good
just,
play.
well covered too. Number 11.
Good play.
Jalene Waters, sophomore, covering Charles Lester on that play. He put the right air on it. He said
That's a good play.
it was in his hands. He had a chance at it.
Yeah.
4th and 13. And we've got 23 seconds left on the play clock.
And we have 2 timeouts, correct? Not 3? Because John called the one down here?
Yeah,
so
I think it is
Venice
2.
has 2 timeouts.
Yeah. Glasser takes a snap, looking to throw, pressure, looking for, now there's no chance on that one. Alvin Johnson was well covered, and the Indians failed to cash in on a decent drive right there. So really up to the defense at this point. Got a timeout for a water break, and we'll take a break as well. Be back here with about 6 minutes left in the game. Indians down 9. Be back here shortly.
What does Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram and Venice High football have in common?
The perfect team and the perfect lineup.
Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram will always go the extra yard, so you can score big with the area's best selection and savings. So if you're looking for a championship vehicle lineup
And a dealership that tackles the competition.
visit Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice.
And if you're looking for a championship football lineup, check out the Venice High football team.
Who supports Venice High football? Douglas does.
Back here at Powell Davis Stadium, Armwood Hawks get the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. And I got to imagine, Trey, that they're just going to try to grind this clock to dust.
I agree.
If they put the ball in the air, it's because they got something dialed up they've been waiting to do. But I think it's just going to be see what you can do and give you no time left to do anything with it, if at all.
I mean, let's face it, we got to score twice, right?
Pringle on the carry, busts out to the right side and slips down. Again, that's Lee tripping him up. Good play by Chris Lee.
Speed on the top, loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 after the 1-yard loss, back to the 17. And again, they're just taking their time. Makes no sense to hurry up. But quite frankly, Trey, I haven't seen anything in our passing game that tells me that we can get down the field fast.
I know. It's awesome.
Hand off to Pringle.
Well,
Patient.
a lot of things to work on, obviously, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Brought down by Seed, who's cramping up, I think, as well. If he is, he needs to just go down to the ground.
I've never seen anybody jump out of cramp
No,
before.
that's pretty good.
That's impressive.
I think I give Daly and Jones a little credit on that tackle as well.
Listen, bro, my calves would be cramping too if I had to jump, 5 feet in the air to intercept the ball.
3rd and 9 at the 19-yard line. Again, if he's limping around, it's not good because you got to cover somebody now.
There's no way they're going to throw the ball, is there?
I would doubt. They're spreading them out. I think they're.
QB draw?
I would think so.
It's got to be.
No, gonna throw it.
Oh, wow.
Gonna take the sack maybe. Oh, got him open, and good play. That's number 4. That's Mekhi Anderson, and yeah, just enough time. Galloway kind of just couldn't get there in time. Makes a nice throw, hits him in stride, and that's a deal breaker right there. I think that's going to be a tough one.
The kid's got to stay in bounds, though.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got to stay in bounds from the offensive standpoint. There's no other option but to stay in bounds.
That would be the first Armwood pass of the calf.
Yeah. 5th of the game, right?
Yeah, gets it up to the 33-yard line. That's a 14-yard gain and a first down. Anderson in motion. Handoff to Pringle. And he takes it up inside to the 37-yard line. Once again, Lee along with Seed and Judson.
And Seed's had a lot of tackles tonight.
Yeah, him and Lee. Lee's had a heck of a second half.
I agree.
So a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. And we're down to 3:55 left in the game. Like I said, I didn't know if we could even see the ball back. At this point, they're just going to run it down and run it down and run it down. And Indians have to get a stop, and they got to chuck it up. There's nothing more you can do except throw it around. Pringle on the carry, again, patiently looking for his spots. Brought down by Jones, Galloway, and Seed.
Well, I mean, we tried to take some positives away. we got to figure out how to beat cover 0, obviously on the offensive side of the ball.
Yes.
Got to figure out a way to stop the run. Everything's coachable. I'm sure these coaches are going to, get these kids dialed in this week.
And you're coming up to the meat of your schedule. This is the ones you were worried about. You got Cocoa, you got Northwestern, so on the road, so you've got to get yourself together. Maybe the best thing is to something like this, get on the road for a couple of games and kind of team bond a little bit. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But again, we still got 2:52 left in this one with about to take a delay a game or a timeout real quick. So we'll do that. We'll take maybe one of our final timeouts of the night, throw some more commercials up for you guys, and see what the outcome of this game will be here shortly. Third and 3, Hawks. See if they can put a stamp on this game. Handoff. Oh, keeps
Option.
it.
Good
What
pitch.
a play.
Yeah, good play call.
That's you call a timeout, you make a play, and that's going to do it right there, guys. It's going to be tough to stop them now. You've got inside of 3 minutes and three more downs, and that's it. So that was a 10-yard gain and a first down for the Hawks.
Frustrating game for Venice. Fortunately, it's early on in the season. A lot to learn from.
So clock is winding down. 2:08 left in the game, and the Hawks are going to go down. They got 7 seconds left on the play clock. Pringle on the carry. I might have to count his carries. He's got to probably have 35, 40 carries at this point.
What a strong runner.
Yeah.
Great athlete. You can't say enough good things about Armwood, though. They played really well.
This is not a fluke.
No question.
They hammered. They physically beat up Venice tonight.
Both sides
There's no
of the
doubt
field.
about it.
I agree.
So you look at that and you say, wow, what more can you do? I mean,
great offensive game plan, unbelievable defensive game plan. I mean, they executed at a really high level.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And again, you talked about it. You said the Indians got a lot to look at right now.
Yeah.
They got to regroup. They got to get themselves right. I know that this is it's going to eat at them.
Stings.
It does.
A loss like this stings.
Because it's not, like I said, you play a game like this and you're going to look back and you're going to say, man, we mentally checked out, didn't show up prepared, and then just got physically beat. So that's both sides. I mean, that's a tough one.
It's honestly one of those games that can make you as a team or break you as a team.
Right. Right. And I will tell you this too. So in looking at the game, looking how things play out, every game is its own entity.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to dictate it. But I can tell you right now, this offensive performance, we're talking about the line of defense. This was not good.
I agree.
I mean, it looked bad. We had offensive line just jumping off sides, and then you have you got talented guys who are not getting open and just not getting time to throw the ball in some cases. Just nothing at all that really lended itself to seeing an enormous amount of success for the Indians tonight. And at the end of the day, you're going to look at this, you're going to say, deservedly, you're going to lose this football game.
Of course.
All right, 2nd and 8 from the 48 of the Indians.
And what sucks is that, like, football is a copycat game, right? So next week, what's Coco going to do? Same exact thing. You're watching it right now. Coco's going to do the exact same thing. 'Cause why would they not do the same thing?
Still trying to figure out the clock here. So they're trying to figure out the clock now. And we're getting close to that 11 o'clock time. All right. Back on again. 2nd and 8. That is Pringle once again. He hasn't lost any steam, that's for sure.
No, I agree.
Stopped in there by Seed.
Seed on the top.
Cramping.
With help from Lee. Who's Seed? Oh, yeah.
Seed
I don't know how I thought he would be gone a while ago when he started cramping around before. No gain. 3rd and 8 from the 48. Go back, we were talking about, though. Again, yeah, you're gonna, it's game 1. You came out the gate in really, really bad situation. And look, Larry, he's like, you got to come off the field. Yeah. Because he's messing around. He just got to come off the field. He wants to stay out there, but he can't do it. Not supposed to do that. See, he's going to make himself worse is what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so just like I said, it's first game. You got to go on the road for two really tough ones. The defending state champion from last year's 2S category, Coco, and then you've got Miami Northwestern. Another. I mean, if you're going to talk about a team that has an Armwood feel to it, it's Miami Northwestern, perennial power, state champions and multiple state championships, been in and around the playoffs. I mean, I think they've lost, if I'm not mistaken, I think they've lost to the eventual state champion in the playoffs like 5. They've either won it or lost to the champion in the last 5 years.
Wow.
So they bring it. There's no doubt they're going to bring a lot, and they're going to, again, you're right. The blueprint's right there.
Yeah, and they won tonight,
Coco
22.
And Coco and Jones had a big win last week. They played really well. So Coco beat Jones 22-20. Hand off to Pringle again, and that will take care of the game right there. Lee trips him up, but that's a first down for Pringle, and he's down inside the 40-yard line, about the 30.
It's enough for a Armwood first down.
38-yard line. So a 10-yard gain, another first down, and that is a bow on this one. I don't know if coach is going to call the timeouts or what he's going to do, but it may be take a knee time for the Hawks, because they don't have to run any more plays and they no more first downs. It's pretty much done.
Yeah. Say it again, man. Armwood played an unbelievable game. Got to give them all the credit.
Yeah.
I mean, they physically beat us, schematically beat us.
And it seemed like they were just bringing guys in. They had a series of big guys, and they looked the part, man.
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah.
There's the big kid Dean running the football, brought down by, again, Lee and Jones.
Dean on the run, brought down by Lee and Jones.
Gain of 4. And we're down to
1 minute.
a minute left in the game.
It's not too often you see this in Venice, you know.
No,
opposing team line up to take a knee.
Victory, victory formation. And they were. Now what I want to see, like anything else, is you want to see Venice lose the proper way too.
I agree.
Because some of these kids are, they aren't used to this, and they gotta understand that this is what's going to happen. 5-yard penalty. That guy run on the field for the Hawks, trying to get in formation for the victory formation. That stops the clock, obviously. 37 seconds left. It is 37 seconds, not 4:01. We got it covered. Just stand up, put your hand out, and shake the guy's hand in front of you, and be done with it. go. That is
It's a
rush.
wrap. That is a
That
wrap.
is it. So, looks like the Venice Indians go back to the drawing board, and the Armwood Hawks are up to a fast start in this season. Final score for tonight's game is Armwood 34, Venice 25. We'll take a longer break than normal at this point, come back and talk about some stats and maybe talk about what we need to do some things to fix. Back here shortly from Powell Davis Stadium.
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development ensure that what you need is done right the first time. Tri-County Land Development.
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
It's the Out of This World sales event at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram, and we just launched the most stellar deals of the year. It's Jeep season, so blast off in the new Jeep Compass Limited from only $339 per month, or leave the world behind in the new Jeep Grand Cherokee from $429 per month. It's Ram season, so shoot for the stars in the new Ram 1500 Quad Cab from only $369 per month. Don't miss the Out of This World sales event going on now at Douglas Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram in Venice. Who has Out of This World savings? Douglas does!
It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians! It's Maverick for our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. You won't find a better wash than at Tommy's Express. 3 minutes in and out to save you time. With Venice now open, Tommy's now has 8 convenient locations in the area and many more to come. Join the Tommy Club here and you're a member at them all. Text the word WORKS to 52884 and get a free Works wash. Good luck this season and go Indians!
Tri-County Land Development, servicing the Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee areas for over 19 years. Quality workmanship in residential and commercial site development.
And we're back here at Powell Davis Stadium with a little bit of sadness in the booth. Everybody's trying to figure out what happened, and of course we had high expectations for this season, and we still do.
Of course.
Armwood Hawks with a 35-20 whatever points, 27-26 over the Indians. Anyway, statistically, I mean, stats don't matter if you don't win.
Yeah.
You know, you can talk about stats. And in this game, the stats were just a lot of, I mean, we moved the ball here and there sporadically, but no consistency whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some key things you can look at. First of all, for Armwood, let's talk about that first. 52 carries in the game.
Wow.
I mean, 52 carries, 305 yards, 6 yards a carry. It wasn't explosive, you know, big plays, but it just ran and ran and ran.
Just enough, yeah.
Just enough. Finished the night 3 of 5 passing for 32 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned a blueprint against Venice. There's your blueprint.
Yeah.
If you can control a line of scrimmage and make them have to kind of get out of their that tempo, not only does it lend itself to getting the other team tired or whatever, but the tempo also gets the offense in a flow.
No
Play
question.
calling in a flow. You know, it doesn't. It's you get used to that tempo, and all of a sudden you don't have it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of upsets the apple cart.
Well, time of possession is always crucial in football games, and I mean, obviously, Armwood was run right, run left, run up the middle, basically do the same thing over and over and over again, get a couple yards here, a couple yards there, then get a first down, and then reset it down. And we killed ourselves with penalties. And I'm sure you're gonna come up with a stat here in a second, but man, we absolutely killed ourselves with penalties.
And that's no doubt. So with that, for the Venice Indians, 36 carries, 154 yards, 3 touchdowns. Leading rusher was Jaden Glasser with 12 carries, 84 yards. Big story of the running game. Combined, Jamaris Wilder, Alvin Johnson, 21 carries for 71 yards.
Wow.
And that's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
No touchdowns. And so that's a problem. You got to get that straightened out. The passing game, Jaden Glasser, not real accurate tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Couple throws you and I saw that he missed early, off his back foot a little technique issues.
A couple balls
here
we could have caught too, though. To his defense, there's a couple balls we definitely should have caught.
Was house call. He let go through his hands. You're absolutely right. 9 of 23, 204 yards, big 69-yard touchdown pass to Zakarl Lewis.
Yep.
And so that was a big play. He had a nice game. 6 catches, 126 yards, and that touchdown. Wilder 1 catch for 14. Matulovic 1 catch for 25, and Alvin Johnson 1 catch for 39. So you have all these weapons, and they didn't do anything tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't get the ball facilitated to anybody, and mistakes, a few turnovers, a botched punt when the ball went over the head, a shanked punt, and then you compound it with 15 penalties. Now, they were not colossal. 15 penalties for 90 yards.
Just enough, though.
Just enough to everything.
First and 20, first and 15. Those stuff that add up and they kill you.
And you saw it was just like, I mean, we're kind of kidding around during the game that cannon noise bothered them or that horn bothered them, but everyth was just.
It continued to bother them.
Yeah, everything bothered them. It was like they were hypersensitive to it, and I think a little bit of that is this. So, this is adversity, like you said. First time, first game, you have this adversity. You got to learn how to overcome adversity, and not late in the game. Adversity is going to hit you in the face early.
Of course.
You got to take it on at that moment.
Yeah.
Indians also got to figure out on defense. There was times in the game against Tampa Bay Tech that they were having trouble stopping the run as well.
Yeah.
I grant you that Armwood's a big line, but I promise you they're going to be as big that big next week and the week after,
and the week after.
and whoever else is going to
Yeah,
be.
for sure.
So you're going to face somebody that big all the time, and you got to figure out how it's going to work.
Yeah.
And that defensive line is going to get a real challenge this week, and to see if they can figure out what to do. I'm sure coach has already got some things figured out, or he's seen some things. But sometimes during a game, you just can't unravel some things.
Yeah. And you can't put everything on the players as well. I mean, the coaching staff is going to have a tough time or have to figure out a way to answer. You know, we now know the blueprint to beat Venice.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, we saw this a few years back. Riverview did it to us a couple times, and just you get that thing, and it gets you all off tempo, and you're now out of your rhythm. You start calling plays you don't normally call.
Yep. You don't practice them much.
Even I'll tell you this, you know. You're here live. You watch the game. You guys can't see it as much as we can see certain things. But the bench looked a little out of sorts. They get 2 penalties on the bench because you're out on the field or whatever else is going on. That happens. You come into the sidelines, and it's sort of like, what's going on? We've seen substitutions that were wrong, wasting timeouts on that stuff. So little things like that. That's if you're the special teams coach or you're the whatever. You got to know that guy needs to be out there. You should be checking that stuff. You know what I mean?
No question.
And I'm not saying to blame it on anybody in particular, but that's like you said. There's a lot of blame to be passed around in any loss. In this case, there's lots of things that can be cleaned up. Any final thoughts on how things go from here?
Yeah, I would just say, I mean, I'm glad it happened now, you know, and there's no more surprises, right? The season is by far from over. We have so much more to play for, and this is just one game, you know. But it's an awesome opportunity, and it's to see what kind of team do we have. You know, I know what kind of coaching staff we have, right?
Right.
But let's see what kind of team we have. Who are the leaders? The seniors, you know, the guys that could be their last year ever playing organized football again. I mean, it's got to be important to them. It's got to mean something to them. And so you got to take a look in the mirror. Everybody has to take a look in the mirror, coaching staff and players, and see how we can, you know, get better as a unit and come back. I mean, next week's going to be even harder, you know.
Ditto.
And the week after that's going to be even harder. So, I mean, it's only going to get harder from here on out, and we'll see what type of team we have really fast.
1,000%. Like I said, this is a learning lesson for everybody involved, and you can go back and you can look at play calling and look at a lot of different things and say, okay, the group here, as a group, we got to fix some stuff, get some stuff right. We got all our goals still ahead of us, and we need to make sure we get it done as quick as we can.
There's enough blame to point fingers at everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
There's not just, it wasn't one person, it wasn't two people. It was literally, there's every single person needs to look themselves in the mirror.
You watched the game, and at some point in time, you were frustrated with all facets of things. You're like, oh, what's this or what's that, and everything. It wasn't a total collapse on one side or the other. It was a total team collapse in some ways, and with that, you just got to look at it and say, you know, how do we get this right and get this better? There's no doubt about it.
It's all about getting the train back on the tracks. That's all that matters. No, it's over. Game's over. Learn from it. Grow from it. But got to get the train back on the track, or else it's going to get ugly.
Totally agree. All right, Trey. Thanks again. I will probably see you a little bit after the Northwestern game, right? You'll be back with me in the booth.
You're off next week, or
I'm off. No live stream next week, everybody. Cocoa is just. We've got 2 back-to-back, and getting all the equipment there back-to-back from Miami to Cocoa was a bit of a tussle. So we have decided to not do the live stream next week, but back on it at the Northwestern.
I'm going to go play golf next week then.
There you go.
On Friday.
I'm going to Utah.
Oh, go Gators.
Go Gators. We'll see how that works out. But listen, I don't want to feel this way after this game like this guy. I don't need back-to-back ones like this.
Don't call me if it happens like that for Florida, okay?
No. I'm going to text you little things, but I may not be. If it's not good, you won't hear a word from me.
Please don't.
With that, thank you guys for watching us here on VSN. We appreciate you all watching, and hopefully next week, or next game, I should say, against Cocoa next week, it goes better, and then we can talk about that positively when we get to Northwestern and on from there. With that, I'm John Masoni. What's my name?
Masoni.
It is what time now? It's 11:19. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I'm John Masoni. Trey Burton, Venice alumni.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And thank you guys for watching. See you here next time on VSN.